Okay, well, they should be able to hear us now.
Fun fact about great white sharks, they can live till they're 70.
Yay.
That is all.
Very interesting fact.
No, it's very fun.
I
Fun
think
fact.
they only live till 30.
Fun
And they
fact.
actually
Sorry, go ahead.
originally thought they lived till they were only like 30. But it turns out they live as long as people do. So that's a fun fact.
Fun fact, dragonborn aren't reptiles.
Oh yeah, we determined that last time.
Speaking of last time, where we left off, the party had kind of decided that they needed, well, the party that was there decided that they wanted to get some money and just started searching for more general jobs and found a job to escort a merchant along a route to a nearby farming town. And recently, people have been disappearing when taking that route. So, there's an expected challenge to the quest. And then, everybody decided to get a long rest in. And then the day started with people stabbing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a talk about that.
Now, I
Yeah,
don't
we'll do that in
remember
conversation.
exactly when we stopped. I think it was after we finished with the stabbing, but there might have still been some animosity, so...
Oh, there's animosity.
Yeah. So, if I
Sorry.
remember correctly. No, you're good. Karajan whacked. Oh my god, I'm blanking. Oh, why Why does this keep happening? I'm sorry.
No problem.
My brain fart. Our blood hunter awake, and then he stabbed Torin awake. Torin stabbed Kartan for stabbing him awake. Or no, he didn't stab him awake. If I remember right.
So how
Torin
it
woke
went
up before
down...
Kartan.
How it went down was Karton went into Jingo's room. Jingo got angry. Karton then went and stabbed Torin with two ends. Torin with two ends attacked back. The health was kind of evened out. But then Jingo came and did something to Karton. And that's about all I remember.
I drove a spike of psychic energy into his brain.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't
Oh,
do
and
much
then there was a
damage.
fight about who was going to pay for the door.
Oh, yeah.
You know, maybe
Yeah.
I should be like, instead of preparing spells for like people attacking us, I should be preparing spells to breaking up your guys' fighting.
You should. You
I like that.
really should.
I don't know if such a spell exists, but just a spell that calms people.
There is actually. I just was reading it and adding it. Just not to calm emotions. It just like calms. So it's everyone. And I also there's silence. So silence and calm emotions. So everyone shut up and be calm.
But if you use
And then
that,
I can use command to make them hug each other.
but if you use that every time the
Yeah.
party had a disagreement, you would run out of spell slots very quickly.
Yeah, I would.
Let's just
Also
Also
homebrew
zone
them
of
to
truth and make
cantrips.
everyone tell the truth.
Let's homebrew them to cantrips.
Really
and
want-
use them on enemies.
Can use it on friendlies only cantrip.
Yes.
Ooh, music.
Okay. And then there was an argument about who's going to pay for the door.
And I think it came
Jinko
down.
went on.
I think it came
but
down to the
Kartan
money
is going
being split.
to.
Thought you were about to
No.
say it came down to Lena's paying for it.
No,
Yes.
it is not going to pay for it. But then once everybody's not looking, he's going to put the money like hidden in the room somewhere because he feels bad.
Yeah, I kind of broke down his door instead of trying to even see if it was unlocked.
It was unlocked, by the way.
Yeah, it was unlocked.
Yeah.
But I didn't care.
Whew.
I mean, clearly.
You did a very bad, sir. There was no way that was not happening.
So
I have bad news for you. Carton always does a very bad.
we should probably start with Rena waking up, not like right after you guys finish discussing. Mainly because it was happening in the same room she was sleeping in.
Yeah, where am I waking up from? So I left the library finally.
Yeah, this was in the tavern that you guys were staying at before.
Okay.
How we ended the session that you were last a part of was everybody except for Torn with two N's went back to the tavern/inn.
Right.
Torn with two N's found himself outside the city.
Right. Right. He got lost. I remember now. Okay, so Lena's waking up now in the middle of them arguing.
Well, I'm saying it would be better to start after the arguing finished.
Okay.
So you dreamt about our argument.
I guess Lena yawns and wakes up, sitting up, kind of like rubs her eyes and looks around like, oh, did I miss anything? Felt like I slept for hours.
Door's broken.
And she kind of like fixes her hair and gets up and stands up and like kind of like glares at them. Why?
I point.
Nico was being
I point
emo.
to Carton. He did bad.
Yes, this is common. We all know. I cut fingers off and stuff. I constantly do bad, and I don't regret any of it. Jinko was being emo.
He
Being
went into
emo.
my room while I was asleep.
Why didn't you buy your own room then? And wait, so everyone slept in here? Except for
No.
him?
No.
No,
I had
he
my own
actually
room.
did have his own room.
Yeah, he bought his own room
Oh.
and was selfish and wouldn't let Torn sleep in his room, so then Carton had to buy everybody else a room.
Yeah.
See, that's quite a bit for all of us to stay in one room in the first place, but just you're dealing with the money for paying for the door, right? Did you guys go talk to the innkeeper?
Nope.
No,
Then go do that.
Nope.
I don't want to.
We need to go.
Go where?
Oh, we made a deal with a merchant to
devil.
take him.
What?
No, we made a deal with a merchant, and now we're going to take him to a farm place for
Why?
money.
But we're doing more
Because we
important
need
things. Okay.
Can't do important things for charity. We're not going to make it if we do that.
I need funds.
Okay. When do we have to meet up with them? Where are they? Where are we meeting up with them?
They're supposed to be there early in the morning, but the more we stand here and argue about walking into each other's rooms and who this merchant is, the longer it's going to take for us to get there and then get the money and then do the important things like you just said we need to do. So
okay, but we need to first
go
go downstairs and deal with this door problem.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Let's go. And she's kind of like starting to make the door and like grab their arms and start to drag them out. Like, we have to tell the innkeeper and pay for it, and then we need to get going.
Nice stealth.
No, we'll leave some money in the room, but we're leaving. I don't want to be here with him any longer.
Are we also just like DM? Are we also just leaving Torn and them there too? Like,
Bubbled.
okay.
As much as I don't like to ignore people that aren't in the session, it's just convenient too.
Yeah. You know what? No, we can give it to them on the way out. Tell them we'll be back later. There's the money. We apologize. It's better to do it to their face than just leave money on the ground for someone to steal. It's not like we can close the door and lock it.
I mean,
Okay.
it is. We
Give me
could
the
just
money
close.
then. I'll give it to him.
We could just make it look like we closed the door and then leave. I find not walking into our problems head on is very useful.
Well, while he's talking, Lena's like starting to drag him downstairs.
Can I stealth away?
Lena, make a. First, I'll say acrobatics.
For Lena?
Or no, not acrobatics. Athletics or acrobatics. Yeah, I'll just go with that. And
For-
Carton, go with either sleight of hands or acrobatics.
Wouldn't it be stealth?
Not really, because you already know he's there. So basically, what happens is he kind of like moves. You try and grab for him. He moves his hands around some, and you think you're about to grab him, but he just kind of like tricks you and then walks right past you. Now, if Carton wants to try and hide and roll stealth, it will be at disadvantage, but he can. Perception, Lena?
Oh my gosh. Come on. Come on. Oh!
So Lena sees Carton like hiding behind a cupboard or something.
Carton, we're dealing with this like an adult. Come on.
I didn't knock it down. He did. I'm not doing this. No.
Then you don't have to say anything. You're just coming.
Can
I
I
want it.
can I roll or something and see if I know how much the door would cost, so I can just like shove it in the
Already
Ink's
put.
face?
I actually already
Oh,
took the amount.
Go later.
Took the I actually took the amount of silver out of my character sheet already.
And I forget exactly how much I said, but I think it was like 1 silver.
No, you said like 7 or something.
I don't. Yeah, as I said, I don't remember.
Yeah, but I already put it down out of my character sheet, so don't worry about that.
Okay.
It's somewhere hidden in the room. Who knows?
I'd just like to point out that don't expect me to remember the prices of stuff every single session, because I literally just come up with whatever sounds about right with everything, because there's nowhere you could just Google D&D, how much does door cost? Now,
You should be able to. This seems like a common thing that happens.
Surprisingly, there is a lot of stuff you can find the price of, but I don't think a door.
So the door's been paid for?
Yes, but Damien hasn't told anyone that. Or Carton.
Yeah, because he's never going to let you guys know he did something that's not selfish.
Okay.
It's Carton.
So I'm confused. Do we just keep having them go pay the lady for it, or is Carton gonna be like, it's fine, it's taken care of?
And I rolled to persuade them not to go and talk to the lady.
Yes, you can try to persuade Lena.
Battle of the Persuasions.
You do it in like a nice, it's okay, I took care of it type of thing. Lena will be like, oh.
Okay, Lena, roll persuasion.
Oh, I have to do persuasion. Okay.
As I said, Battle of the Persuasions. So Lena kind of guilt trips you into feeling like you have to do something about this, but since you've already done something, do you want to say that you've done something, or
you could whisper it to her if you don't want Jinko to hear.
Point.
I just hear this and say, well, looks like we're dealing with it now, and I start walking down the stairs.
He kind of, yeah, I guess he does whisper, it's paid for, don't worry about it.
She kind of like studies his face and was like, Jinko and others thought, let's just get going, we don't have time.
Okay.
I'll deal with it later, let's go.
I just, as we walk out the inn, at least I guess that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
I just look at the innkeeper and say, "I'm sorry," and then walk out the door.
Lena does give like a little sign. She's like, "I'm so sorry." On the way out too. Like,
He
oh,
quizzically
poor lady.
looks at your party as he polishes a beer glass. You know, as people do.
Would he not have heard the scream and the door
Yeah,
being
he-
broken down?
He probably heard yelling and stuff
There's a
earlier.
reason he's giving you a quizzical look, but he also knows not to bother too much.
You guys are gonna ruin Lena's reputation, man.
Lena
we
has
not
a
already?
reputation?
Have we not already?
We need to work harder at that then.
Yeah. I mean, so far nothing's been found. None of her information. Yeah, let's go. So, like, where are we going? What's this? Give me more details.
Didn't Torin go to negotiate?
No, Carton did.
Okay.
Yeah, so you guys let the dark elf who's discriminated against go and do the negotiations.
And I did a great job.
You did.
I just like to let everyone know that Toothless is cuddled up in my robe right now, being super duper adorable.
Aw.
Back to your regularly scheduled D&D.
So a giant dragon on a bathrobe falls out of the sky. No, just kidding.
But it's all curled up and adorable, and Lena adopts it, and then yeah.
So does the party start going towards the market? Do they want to tell Lena about any of this, or are they just going to trust that Carton
I'm
does?
just gonna drag her along.
Because Carton's everybody kind of knows about the deal except for Lena. Carton's the only one that knows like the full details that you're supposed to meet him at the market and leave.
Yeah. I'll follow Carton, I guess.
My main
That's
question is, what is
dangerous.
Carton doing?
Heading towards the market where they were supposed to meet.
So you're not telling anything to Lena.
Nope.
Oh.
Okay, great. Well, she's just blabbering around like, guys, come on. Okay, so what are we doing? And she's like, this is really risky. Like, you know, she's just doing on a tangent. And
We're helping a merchant. He knows more.
got it. And she's still going about how they're so irresponsible and like.
Roll for lecture? No. I feel like there just needs to be a stat either called lecture or nag.
Quick, stick
Guilt?
something in her mouth like food and she'll stop.
I don't have
Guilt?
food.
I mean, that would sort of fall under nag, depending. It's
Yeah.
variants of nagging.
Wait, where's
Anyway,
Corny?
we're on our way to the merchant.
Where's Corny?
Do I still have Coiny? Probably, because there was Torin and
Yeah, you took it from Torn without Torn noticing.
Yes.
so
That was the last
I've
place
got
Queenie
Coiny.
was.
What was that?
I don't know who
Wait.
was talking.
I thought Damien said something.
Just, I was going to ask if Lena is actually asking what's going on with Coiny, or where he is.
I asked.
No, because she saw. I think she saw Carton take Coiny, or she was there when he did it. Like I think, or no. He revealed to her that he had her later on.
Sounds about right. So,
Carton's gonna have to cut off some more fingers. His good record is getting too big. The list has gotten too big.
you'll clear it immediately by giving Coiny all the alcohol.
Will not. He doesn't want to give. He doesn't want his son to become like him.
So you guys make it to the market, and you spot the merchant getting ready to leave, but also kind of looking at the sky, at the sun. Wait, no, there's no sun. He's looking at a pocket watch, kind of like tapping his foot impatiently.
Told you we had to go.
Is that him?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry.
I point to the merchant-looking guy. Is that him?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Would have been more funny if you pointed to some other merchant guy just selling things in the market.
Yeah.
Well, just saying, if you had told me about this sooner, I would have gotten up faster and wouldn't have caused so much of wouldn't have argued about the door thing, and could have helped everyone get up in time.
I walk up to the
Find
merchant
your-
and say, "Excuse me, sir."
Before I say how he responds, I just want to let Lena know, or
Mhm.
Rena, if they had woken you up, that would have entitled being stabbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I would think Carton that would be the one person Carton would not stab. I would hope.
Oh,
No.
he was geared to
gosh.
stab everyone.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, when Jingo approaches, he kind of looks you up and down. Yes, do you need something? And then he kind of sees Carton not too far behind. Oh,
I've been
you're
told
with him, aren't you?
Yes. I'm sorry about us being late. He tried to wake me up, and it didn't go well. There's a broken door. You don't want to know.
So long as I don't have to be worried about the guards coming after us. Yes.
Mm,
would be
Why
correct.
would you be worried of that?
We did pay for it. Kind of.
All right then. Can we get going?
Yes.
Can someone please tell me what we're doing and where we're going now?
Carton hands her the pamphlet.
There's a pamphlet.
Yes.
You couldn't have given me this on the way.
You didn't
We didn't
ask.
think about it.
I did. I asked for information. Oh,
didn't ask
fine.
for
And
the
It was
she's
quite literally the
What?
only thing she was doing the entire way.
Essentially, the quote-unquote pamphlet is like your average job request that you'd find on a board in the market or at the at church.
Mhm.
So,
And it's just saying what we're helping.
it's just escorting the merchant to this farming village over here.
Yeah, that one.
What are
Like
you
Catwise
escort?
does.
Like what are you carrying, sir? That needs to be protected. It would be good to know why we are protecting you.
Because people have been disappearing on the path to this village for weeks.
Oh, that's good to know. Any other information that we should know about that? Have I found any clues as to why?
Nope. Either the people make it there without trouble, or out of the ordinary, or they don't arrive at all.
And where is this? Is this outside? This is out of character. Is this outside the city?
Again, I'm pointing on the map to where.
Sorry. Oh, so
You-
that's the City of Light, and it's outside the city. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
So, in case you don't have, I don't remember if you've seen the map, but
No,
this
I
is where the
haven't.
campaign started over here, Journeyman Spring. It was like
Okay.
a day's trip over to the City of Light, and it'll likely be a day's trip over here as well.
Okay, and this is along the path. Does the path have crystals?
It does not, but you can see on the merchant's cart, there's kind of like how someone might expect a lantern to be held on a cart, but it's a crystal being held.
Okay.
So he does seem to have that taken care of.
Okay. And do I still have the crystal from our day's trip from Journeyman's to Spring, and has it been recharged?
It costs money to recharge it at the church.
Okay.
Because as far as I remember, you did not know how to recharge them yourself.
Yeah.
And trying to think, it probably would have run out by now.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
No problem.
Is there any chance I could buy one at this market we're in?
No, but you could buy it at the church right next to the market.
No, thank you.
In general, if you want to buy light crystals, the only place to buy it is at the churches.
Yeah, just not this one.
You don't want to go back?
Yeah.
Is there any reason?
No,
No reason? Okay.
I don't want to see the acolyte whose day I ruined.
So,
None
Did
of
you
that.
burn down a church? I'm sorry.
No,
I'm blanking.
none of that was in character.
Okay.
he stole the cloak or whatever of
Oh, right. I'm sorry. I'm having such a brain fart today.
Well,
I
it
was
also, like,
just
4 weeks
being
ago.
sarcastic and teasing him about it.
Okay.
Anyway, I hop in the cart.
There's no room except for the driver's seat, which the merchant seems awfully keen on sitting in.
I hop in the driver's seat.
Excuse me? What are you doing?
He's not in the
Cinco.
driver's seat right now, is he?
He was not in the seat because he was off of the cart waiting for you guys.
Jinko, normally in these situations we walk.
I hop in the driver's seat.
Sir,
No
could
one
you
hops in the
please
driver's
get down?
It's his cart. He gets to steer it or drive it.
Whoever
Besides,
gets
he didn't
first
call
pick, right?
shotgun. What
Yeah.
was that?
Whoever picks the music, right?
Yes.
Jinko, come on. We don't have time for this.
Fine. Just so you know, I don't want to. And I get down.
The merchant kind of sighs and does a light face, not quite face palm, but face rub, as in
Mm-hmm.
his head hurts from all this annoyance.
Mhm.
He gets into the cart and then starts moving it towards the northern, or not northern, the eastern gate.
Lena's gonna, while she's starting to walk, she's gonna do a quick prayer of safe journey and stuff, and then yeah.
What
Follow.
kind of cart is it? Is it like a carriage, like a Shield Hero, or is it one that's just open face?
It's more like a carriage, like the one from Shield Hero, except the back
Okay.
is filled with boxes.
I try to jump on and just like grab onto the back of the carriage.
Since there's not really such a thing as suspension, are you sure you want to jump on and then hold on the whole trip?
Yes.
Okay, roll athletics.
But I wanted to roll athletics.
I mean, if you can find it on the skill page, you can roll athletics.
Flat.
Yeah.
Okay, and then do you just like kind of hold on or sit on like a railing or something?
I'll say a combination of both.
Okay, do a Constitution saving throw, just to see if you like get uncomfortable. Okay,
Oh,
and do the others just walk alongside the cart?
Sorry, what was that?
Do you just kind of walk alongside the cart?
Yes.
Okay. So eventually you guys make it outside the city, and as he's leaving the city, one of the guards kind of stops him. He shows the guard some papers to show that he's a merchant, and then the guard lets you move on. And you make it a good distance and eventually get out of the light of the city. But the crystal on the card itself is keeping you guys protected. And it's at about this time that Jingo starts to feel rather uncomfortable being on the low to no suspension bumpy vehicle.
Yeah. Should I
For damage.
actually let me make a performance check, please, to see if I can not show that I'm uncomfortable.
I'd say that more falls under deception.
Okay.
Performance, I know under some descriptions that could be performance, but in general, performance refers to things like
I have higher deception anyway, so either
okay,
way.
yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try and hide it.
Okay, go ahead and roll. You show it on your face that you're pretty uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Doing
Jinko,
okay there, Chico?
you'd be more comfortable if you just walked.
Don't want next to.
What was that?
Don't want him. No. Oh.
I think he's pretending to almost throw up.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Just making sure I understand correctly.
Jinko, you're no good to us if you're gonna throw up in the middle of a fight. Come on.
No, I think he should stay on. He looks great.
I let go of the side of the cart and just kind of let myself fall.
On the ground or
on the ground.
okay.
Just like
roll 1d4.
Yeah.
Payback.
I'm not healing you.
/ roll space 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay,
sweet.
yeah, you take 1 damage. So what are you, Natsu?
Yeah.
Sorry, had to make the reference.
Lena goes to help him up.
That was not fun.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. Come on.
You hear the cart or the merchant. Is everything all right back there?
Oh yes, it's quite fine. It's hilarious, in fact. You should have seen it.
At first I thought you were being sarcastic, and then I realized, no, you're being 100% honest.
Yeah.
So, it's... Do you have any more interaction, or should I continue with how things are going?
She said she helped me up, so I guess I just keep walking with them.
Anything else?
But I have nothing else to say.
No.
Okay. So
okay there, Jinko.
What?
So you don't want to throw up anything?
I will cut you.
Nice words. Only.
If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all.
Exactly.
Don't like him. And just point in what I think is his direction. It's probably a bit too far to the side.
The feeling's mutual, darling.
I gotta draw my sword.
Nope, we're not doing this, guys. We're not doing this. She Lena puts her arm over his the hand he was trying to grab the sword. We're not doing this right now. Just
are being professionals after all.
You don't have to be best friends. Just stop arguing. And Carton, try being a little less snooty. Or what's snarky? Whatever the word is.
Can't help it. It's in my nature.
No, show you nature.
You don't have to enjoy each other. You just have to tolerate each other.
Exactly.
So how quietly were you saying these things?
I was not trying to hide it.
Lena is being she's not yelling, but she is like raising her voice enough so that Carton can hear it.
Like disappointed mom raising voice, or no?
Not so like she's
I'm
not
joking.
yelling and she's not whispering. It's more of a normal tone. She is trying to keep her voice down though, because she is aware that she doesn't want to track things.
And how loud was Damien or Carton being?
I'd say he's probably walking a few paces behind, but he's loud enough so that they can hear, but not screaming.
The merchants, you guys actually go ahead and roll perception, everyone.
Perception.
Mhm.
Everybody sees the merchant kind of peek his head around the corner, questioning his decision to accept you guys for the job.
Yeah.
Just
about
as planned.
How about let's do this, Jinko? Let's move you towards in front of the cart, more like not right in front, but more like to the side. But let's move you up, and I'll take the other side, and then Carton's got the rear. And let's stay
Fine.
quiet so we don't track anything bad, and focus on protecting the cart. Good? Everything good? Sound good?
Yes, you don't have to worry about me protecting you. I hate creatures of the night, of the darkness. I wouldn't
I-
know the word night.
Don't need to
So
be protected. I
So-
might be small, but I can handle a few little things.
So I just want
She
to
is
say there's
quite
been
powerful.
there's been quite a few times that we've said things like sunrise and night and stuff like
Mhm.
that when, nobody knows what the sun looks like and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So because of how everything is, I would say people still would say, like, refer to general times as sunset, sunrise, stuff like that. Of course, there wouldn't actually be a sunrise. They wouldn't know the meaning of the word, but it's still part of the vocabulary.
It's a legend
From-
from way back when there was a tiefling blood hunter, a human bard, a fire genasi warlock, a fiend pseudo dragon, a dwarf cleric, and a spooky guy on a horse.
Yep.
uh,
From long, long ago.
Long ago.
I mean, if you guys read the background, that thing I gave you guys when we first started so that you had a little bit of story
Mhm.
building for the world.
I did read it, but that was last year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does mention that there was a light, a bright light in the sky that lit everything.
Mhm.
So there are
Apothecary
like
Hawk.
legends and stuff about the sun, and it's still in their vocabulary. But many people just say, "Ha, that's a joke. There is no sun."
Yeah.
I know.
Why
it
did you
happened.
bring this up though?
Apophis ate the world.
Mainly,
someone
be-
say
Not-
something
not
like
the world.
sunrise?
I said night.
Oh.
yeah.
I see.
So I just wanted to specify they'd still use the same words. It's just they wouldn't know the meanings behind those words quite the same.
Right. Got
Oh,
it.
okay.
And I'm definitely not just covering up for the many times I've accidentally said sunrise or sunset.
Right.
No.
At one point, I did mention that the crystals do somewhat change their shade depending on the time to resemble that, but I've not really kept up with the saying that, so I mean it's still a thing, but
Yeah,
anyways.
we can get it.
So do you guys do what you said in terms of positioning around the cart?
Mhm.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
listened to her suggestions. Reasons.
Okay.
Of course, Cortana is still going to make snarky remarks. Like, you say creatures of the night, and yet you're acting like a child. Emo one, specifically. Which,
Carton.
to be fair,
Carton.
is a creature of the night. Yes. Yes.
She kind of like does a shish and like over her finger and just kind of like, you quiet. No.
No mas.
Bad boy.
Do I need to give you a spray bottle or something.
Yeah, yes. A spray bottle descends from the heavens from Goddess Mirror, and she starts spraying him like bad elf. It's my new spiritual weapon. When she summons her spiritual weapon, it's just a spray bottle. Just no bad.
My question: would Kartan hiss or bark?
He's a
Disruption.
creature of the night. He hisses. What the fuck? Come on.
I'm joking. Okay, so you guys kind of wander, occasionally bickering about something or other, like someone stepped on a rock funny and almost fell over, and the other laughed or something. I'm just going to not, we don't have to go into detail every time that happens. We're just gonna say it happens.
Yeah.
And it's about midday when the crystals are the brightest. I'm gonna start describing them that way now, because that's just easier. And you're starting to enter the forest part of the path. It somewhat follows the river, but it goes away a few times. Yeah, around here.
The spot where it goes from
Light green to dark green.
Yes, got it.
The map is made kind of square to represent things. Just because the path isn't directly right next to the water on the map doesn't mean it isn't in reality. That was just more to help me draw things more cleanly.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yes. I don't know if Kartan's shown Lena the map yet, but I'm guessing at some point he does.
Oh, Lena probably knows the map pretty well. She's seen maps before and stuff.
you would generally know it, but you wouldn't have it memorized, because that doesn't seem like something.
Yeah, I wouldn't have it memorized. I know.
The only reason the map is as detailed as it is right now is because Damien or Kartan bought a map.
Oh, okay.
A very nice dwarf gentleman who wasn't discriminatory. It was quite the experience. I thought the world was ending.
And for buying 2 maps, he got a third of the more northern area as well.
Oh, nice.
Definitely was not trying to get him to go to the area with more dwarves as kind of like a tourist thing or anything like that. Not at all. Just dwarven hospitality.
Yep.
Got it.
I mean, that makes sense to me.
Anyways, so along the side of the river that you're on is mostly forest, and the other side is mostly fields with a few trees around the water, but it seems like that area is mostly just plains. However, at this part of the river, and as it's been for a while, it would be fairly difficult to cross the water without a bridge, because it's fairly fast running and a decent sized river. Any questions or
Is there a
No.
bridge?
Yeah,
later
are we,
on?
trying... Okay, we're not trying to cross the water right now.
No, I'm just letting you guys know that it's a fairly wide river and it would be hard to cross in case for some reason you guys decided to cross.
I should have had the water walk spell prepared.
Because I know from a player's perspective, the fastest path looks to be that way.
Oh yeah, like just straight across.
And I've known players that will do that in other campaigns I've been in.
Yeah.
So.
Well, we're not gonna get a cart across that water, so.
I mean, have
And
you
none of
ever heard of the Oregon Trail?
None of us can swim. It's not happening.
Yeah, you guys are in the
What
forest.
if I can swim?
What?
I said, how do you know? What if I can swim?
You got 30 feet of swim movement? I mean, we can try. Kartan would happily throw you go in the river.
Anyway.
I'm
would
not
like-
saying that as a threat. I do care about your character as a person. I'm sorry. Kartan's just not a nice person. He's not good. He's not a good person.
Yep.
Could everybody roll a perception check?
Yes.
Yay.
With advantage, because we're like actively looking.
No.
Oh.
Uh,
Are you
That's not how it'd
kidding
be.
me?
Oh wow.
What was it? 2.
Dang.
okay. So,
That was a 19.
give me a second. I haven't actually fully set the map up. So Lena was on the left.
She was on the right. I was on the left.
Right, yeah. The front right.
And Jingo was on the front left, and Karton was in the back.
Yep.
Totally not using the rolls to determine where enemies are coming. Back left.
Give me a second. So, as you guys are kind of going through the forest, Jingo and Karton just barely see like the reflection of metal off in the distance, not
Which
too
direction?
far ahead, as it reflects the light of the crystal. It's
That
it's basically straight ahead.
Okay, but the path keeps going like that way.
Yeah, the path goes this way. But since you guys are in the darkness, the lit area is about where the crystal lights, and you
Yeah.
can't see much further outside of that. But as I said, you see the reflection. Can you see where I'm pinging?
No.
Even with dark vision.
Yes.
Oh.
It's zoom. You gotta zoom out a bit.
I mean, I
Very
can
far ahead.
see. I can see the ping, but I can't see anything around it.
Actually, you know what I can do since... Yeah. I'm just going to reveal the whole area.
Time to metagame.
Haha, you thought you could metagame. The glint of metal is somewhere over here by that tree.
Okay, so those are trees.
Yeah, those are very poorly drawn trees.
I thought they were olives.
You thought they were what?
I thought they were giant olives.
Oh my god.
You're in the forest of olives.
It won't come in.
Yes.
Is there anything either of you want to do?
I have a quick question. To see outside of the crystal's area of light, do you need dark vision?
That's a good
Yes.
point.
To see outside of the light, you do need dark vision.
What I've noticed-
However,
Okay.
it's dark vision is not as effective as it would be in normal darkness.
Well, here's my
What do
question.
you mean? Like if we were standing in the darkness without the crystal light, you could see better with the dark vision?
If you have dark vision of 60 feet, it would be 30 feet instead.
Got it. Okay.
So basically, think all dark vision is halved.
Hey Noah,
Yes.
Oh shoot!
If
I'm
you-
so sorry.
if you don't have dark vision, can you see beyond the radius of the crystal?
If you don't have dark vision, just imagine like 20 feet of... So here's about where the crystal is. You would be able to see around like this area, 20 feet, but then vaguely, like dimly, 10 feet after that.
You should do like
So can I even
like
see
how
the-
Josh put the circle around Aiden's character. You should do that around like the cart where the crystal is.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
If that's not too hard.
No, I can do that. That's a good point.
He's crying inside.
So I can see 30 feet out of the circle, or 30 feet including where I am.
I don't know. Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Then
You would be able to, if you have dark vision, it would be, 30 feet outside of... If it's 60 feet dark vision, it'd be 30 feet outside of the light.
Got it. Okay.
I'm just going to say that for now.
I able to see outside of or the whatever's over there because I've got 90 feet of dark vision, which is 45. 45
Oh my
from
God.
that. is how much? It's supposed to be 120, but he's only got one eye, so I think
Wow.
He's only got one eye.
Okay. So you would be able to see. Yeah, you'd be able to see over there pretty well.
Oh, okay.
Do I see no?
I don't know why I'm doing this because
What
I
do
can't
I-
see it anyway. I didn't notice it.
You see the glint of metal peeking out from behind the tree.
Can I? Because I don't have dark vision.
Oh, by the way, I just want to say I'm giving you guys information now. Time has not passed. I'm asking for what you would do.
Jinko,
Yeah.
Jinko, you can see
Carton.
there.
Yeah, no, I'm asking if I would be able to still see the glint because.
Yeah, you still see the glint because it's reflecting the light back at you.
Okay.
Can I?
What was that, Damien?
I was going to ask if I could stealth into the wooded area and kind of get closer.
Where would you stealth to?
Like maybe behind a tree. Whoop. Okay, that's not happening.
Point.
Right, like right here. in the
Just
area.
heads up, you might want to stay in the circle.
Yeah.
You can still hide when you're in the light.
You can move as far as you would be able to during a turn, so 30 feet.
Okay.
And then stealth.
Let me get the ruler out. Ugh. Because it's behind a tree. Oh my god! Okay.
I would like to.
Go ahead and roll for
Try and-
stealth. Go ahead, Jingo. What were you saying?
I'd like to try and stealthily tell the merchant that there appears to be someone out there, but to keep going as normal.
Oh, Lena hears this too, I'm guessing, right?
Roll for stealth, Jingo. I'll respond to you
Yeah.
after I get that roll.
Yeah,
Lena?
just like tell him, but in a way that he shouldn't panic.
That would be persuasion.
Wait, why did you tell him to stealth then?
Stealth is to make sure he knows how to talk quietly
Oh,
in a way that those around him would be able to hear, but people who are far away can't. Because believe it or not, people sometimes genuinely have an issue being quiet
Yeah.
in real life. It's not a hard role to do that, but okay, yeah, he seems to be pretty to not be panicked and keeps the cart going. Lena overhears this. You have like half a turn worth of stuff, so either movement or an action. Since you were told in the middle.
I'm just gonna. Oh yeah, never mind. Good.
What were you saying?
I was just gonna say that I'm gonna continue following the cart as if I didn't notice anything.
Okay, and Lena?
She's gonna keep her eyes more peeled now, but yeah, like continue like nothing happened. Just like maybe get her hand ready on her weapon.
Okay.
Say a quick prayer. Say a quick prayer to the goddess Lyra silently.
Yeah, and I think I'll just kind of casually rest my arm on my sword, like on the hilt, while it's in its sheath.
Okay. Everybody roll another perception.
Come on. Here, baby. Not bad.
I'm terrified to see what the fight's gonna be like because I'm wasting all of my luck.
So everyone manages to see as a single skeleton pops out from behind the tree and fires an arrow. And give me a second.
Can I try to slash the arrow out of the air?
Try.
I'm so glad you do an undead character now when I leveled up. I've got like a special thing. It's oh yes. Perfect timing.
Go ahead and roll your attack, Jingo, at disadvantage. Okay. And a dexterity saving throw.
Oh no.
Yeah, so by the way, that's not a saving throw, that's just dexterity.
Oh, does it matter?
It depends on your class, but probably not.
I do not get a bonus to saving throw, so
Yeah, doesn't matter then.
I
So
have strength and wisdom. That's it.
you try and hit the arrow. Your aim was good, but your timing was not fast enough with such a heavy weapon. And the arrow goes straight into the light crystal, shattering it.
Are you kidding me?
And everybody also notices as other skeletons start to make themselves known.
Except me, I can't see.
You can see this one over here.
Oh, that's why
Which
I
one?
didn't. Mm.
This. Oh wait, never mind. That's 30 foot, so never mind. Yeah, you can't see him.
I also can't see. I don't have dark vision.
Yeah, you can see what. Oh, you can't see anything now.
Yeah, I am blind.
Are we? Can I like do something, or do I have to wait?
Well, everybody roll initiative.
Oh, great.
I just need to get rid of that aura that's no longer there.
Yeah.
Initiative.
Thank you for letting me try to stop the arrow, though, before initiative.
No problem. It was definitely not part of my plan, but I did expect that someone might try and do that.
Yeah. It would have been really cool if I could have just, like, anime style flashed.
Yes,
Yes,
exactly.
it would have been cool, but also you have to realize just how hard that is.
Yeah.
Noah, can you look at my character sheet real quick? I have a spell. It's a new spell I chose, but I do not know how well you want to fit. If it's okay for your campaign.
Which
Called
spell?
Daylight.
Daylight. Got it.
I have it open.
That one's deadly. I'll be right back. Since
Okay.
I'm really low on the turn order.
Carton will be right back.
Carton's just like
Maybe.
I just imagine a what I forget what they're called. The older devices that just make the really weird sounds.
Machines.
All I'm thinking is Dwemer because I played Elder Scrolls.
Not that. Give me a second. I need to read this anyways.
Yeah. Should I roll like a 1d4 to figure out this tie between me and Lena?
It's based on dexterity.
I
Yeah.
have a feeling you won. Oh, yeah. You have a higher modifier, so you have a higher dex. You go first.
Okay.
That's one thing.
In reality, you reacted first, but because you're so terrible at acting, your brain had figured out what was happening before your body could keep up.
If I could use a spell, it's gonna be great.
Okay. There's some weird new settings that I don't recognize in there, but we can ignore those.
Well, this is from.
Oh, not daylight. I meant in turn
Oh.
order. There's a button to make it so that it automatically sorts in from highest to lowest.
Mm-hmm.
But there were also a few new settings in there that I don't recognize, so I'm just going to ignore those.
Is daylight okay?
Yes, since it's not actually doing anything about daylight, it's just creating a light similar to daylight.
Okay. Yeah, it's like my light cantrip, but like bigger. So
what are you? Well, actually, it's
not my
your
turn yet, so I can't cast it.
Yeah, I was still thinking in the mentality, oh, she's going to use it. Okay.
I just wanted to make sure it was okay. She does it, cures all the darkness, the end. Story over.
Give me a second.
What if we had many people just maintaining a massive daylight spell?
Maybe that's what the light keepers do with the crystals. Someone's just constantly holding touching the main crystal, just like daylight, daylight, daylight. And they switch off daylight, daylight.
So, this first skeleton over here is going to start rushing towards the cart, using his action to run, meaning he can't attack this turn.
Yay.
Sweet.
Meanwhile, it's Jingo's turn. Also, let me switch the music to something more relevant. What's this one sound like? Ooh, yeah, that one fits.
Do I have to prepare a reaction?
Reactions can be used whenever.
Okay.
But it's like in reaction to something.
Do I have to use like a perception check or something to see if I can well enough to see where he is?
He's 5
Yes.
feet in front of you, so he's
The crystal's destroyed. There's
Yeah,
no
I
light.
can't see.
right.
Go
I
ahead and
have-
roll perception.
There it is.
Also, thoughts on this song for the situation?
Good.
I kind of like it, but I find it a little loud, so I need to adjust.
Okay, I can
stuff on
change
my
that.
end. Okay,
Oh,
that's better. Thank you.
Okay, so you actually can hear it, like the bones rattling and the metal clanking as it runs up, and you know exactly where it is.
Okay. I trigger my blood right, so I take a 1d4, right? Or no, I take damage equal to my level when I trigger blood right.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So that's fixed. I trigger that, and I will use my frostbite blade on it, which I will do there. But I also need to make an attack roll with that.
Yep. You miss.
Yeah.
Even though you knew where it was, it fairly easily got out of the way as it was mostly a wild swing. And it's just fine.
Okay.
Anything else, or is that it?
I just stay as is because I don't want to try running anywhere blind.
All right. Now it is Lena's turn.
Okay. So just looking at this, if I'm going to cast the spell Daylight. If you choose a point or an object you are holding or one that isn't being worn or carried, the light shines from the object and moves with it, completely covering the affected object with an opaque object, such as a bowl or a helm. So if I did it on the horse itself would still be able to see and stuff. It would have like a crown or something of light.
horse-
Let me read the description again.
It sounds like the horse, by its very nature, would emit light.
Okay.
It says a point or an object. It does not say a creature. So I don't think you'd
Right,
be able to use it
okay.
on the horse, but you could use it on the cart, and the cart would just be very bright.
Or on the harness.
But if we
Yeah.
try to
We
look
all
at the
kn-
cart, can we still see the cart okay, or is it just gonna like hurt our eyes?
You could use it on
It'll
the
just be
horse's
light.
harness
Like
as
it'd be
well.
no different than looking at it during the daylight, is what I would imagine.
Got it. Okay, so Lena's gonna touch the cart, and she's like, "I'll take care of this darkness. Just cover me." And she's gonna touch the cart, which you don't have to cover, by the way. It's only one action, and she's going to cast Daylight. Do I need to click it?
No, I got it. Just go ahead and lower the spell slot.
Yes. Yep.
So
just
you
did
said
that.
this was 60 feet, and then
60 foot spear.
and then 60 feet of dim light after that.
Yes. So basically everything is now. The entire map is now seen.
Nice.
Yay.
I
Oh,
don't
wait.
know how this will look. Let's see.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, that is definitely the entire map. So, as the light kind of starts to radiate from the cart, you notice multiple. take me a minute. To select multiple things.
This being a magical light, is it enough to drive the darkness away, or are we still taking
Oh
effect?
no!
Are you kidding me? Not them.
A bunch, as the light kind of goes out, you start to notice that there were some concentrated areas of darkness that you couldn't see while everything was dark. But as the light shines, they just kind of start to dissolve and vanish.
Like,
Yes.
please.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad I got the spell.
Yeah.
Oh, those things are a problem.
And the darkness itself, like gets pushed outside the range. It's still somewhat in the dim area, but it's also mostly pushed out of the dim area too.
Okay,
Thank
so
you, Goddess Lyra.
since it's a
That's the end of my
magical
turn.
light, it pushes the darkness away.
Yes.
Pardon?
Since it's a magical light, it pushes the darkness away.
I can neither confirm nor deny.
Like we won't have like the darkness effects, right?
No, you won't.
Okay. And you can see now.
Yeah.
And there's
Line
nothing
book.
else you want to do during your turn?
That's all I can do.
All right. And now that one's turn.
Well, I can't prepare an action, can I?
That requires an action.
Yeah, that's all.
So the archer up here fires again, this time aiming at Lena, who just created the light. And what's your AC?
25 now.
No.
15.
15?
115.
115. Yeah, no, he doesn't hit. No, it's kidding. You get hit kind of in the shoulder as an arrow pierces, dealing 7 damage.
Oh boy.
That's not good.
Is it a specific kind of damage?
Piercing.
Piercing. Okay, I'm sure.
It pierced you for slashing damage.
Oh my gosh, what?
Just making sure it's not necrotic or anything like that.
Nope, just piercing. And the skeleton stays back there. And this one...
No, it's really an arrow made of the skeleton's own arm.
also seems kind of targeting the one who created the light. And approaches you and gets a slash on you, dealing 5 damage.
Oh boy. Lena is gonna be like, heads up, I think I might need you to protect me.
They all seem very attracted to killing you.
Aw, they're attracted to me. I'm
As a
flattered.
yandere is attracted to that. And for
Yes.
Damien, who I don't think gets that, that's basically someone who loves someone so much that they would kill people for.
He knows anime.
I get it.
Okay. I don't know
Yeah.
who knows how much, so...
I used to watch it when I was a teenager. Now I don't watch it that much, so I get it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yes,
yeah.
it's not a teenager technically, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Middle school.
I need to look at a thing before it's my turn.
Okay, well, it's Carton's
but-
turn.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
I move right here. Can I do sneak attack? Because Jinko is at its side.
As is Lena, and as is the cart. So, yes, you
Yeah.
can do sneak attack.
Yes. Haha.
Of course, you have to actually hit with an
Okay.
attack for it to do sneak attack.
I'm going to go with my rapier because I'm guessing the spooky dagger isn't going to do much. I'm going to...
I mean, it would do
Just
the same
17.
as any other dagger.
then, yeah. This does more damage. Does 17 hit?
17 does hit. Okay. A second. This requires more math than you would think.
So, I want to ask. Never mind. That's metagaming.
You deal a decent amount of damage to the skeleton as you kind of pierce through its ribs and knock a few bones loose. And it seems very unstable, shaking and whatnot, but it doesn't go down.
This one, right?
Yeah.
He attacked. Okay.
Anything else you want and can do? Or
I think that's it.
all right.
Yeah.
The skeleton that you just attacked is going to completely ignore you and try and attack Lena.
Oh, crap.
And gets kind of a slash on your back, dealing 8 damage.
Are you kidding me?
I was about to ask if I should heal you, but I don't have any healing magic.
Yeah, I have all the healing magic, and I don't know if any of it can be used on myself, guys. I am like 1 hit away.
Yep.
No.
Most healing spells can be used on yourself. That's why paladins... Oh, sorry, I switched that to look at your healing spells.
I'm looking at.
I was looking at your character sheet.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Most healing spells can be used on yourself. That's why paladins are overpowered. It's because they have a lot of health, a lot of AC, and they can heal themselves.
Oh, okay.
Cure
Does
wounds.
it have to say you can do it for yourself, or does it have to say
If
if
it
this
says
is a creature you touch, it's okay, right?
you're a creature.
Okay, got
So
it.
yes, cure wounds can be used on yourself. Basically, if it says someone else or yourself, those are the times that's specifying. If it doesn't say, like, if it says a target creature, then yeah, you can use it on yourself.
Oh, okay.
I've got a question.
Yes.
As a rogue, would I be able to use a reaction and throw myself to take the damage instead of Lena, or no?
I don't.
Like use
If you have an
dodge
ability,
the wrong way.
if you have an ability that says you can, maybe, but you're on the opposite side of where the skeleton's attacking.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking of using like uncanny dodge or cunning action, but that's to get out of the thing, the attack.
You might be able to make the case if you were right next to Lena, but you're not.
Okay.
So,
All right. Thank you.
no problem.
Thank you, gracious DM.
I mean, I'm saying no. I don't know why you're thanking me.
Well, you're saying no right now, but I could make the case if I move.
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
So Jinga's turn. Have you found out what you needed to before your turn?
Yeah. I was making sure I knew which of my cantrips and spells I could use because I'd left like 1 or 2 for next level. And it was just the one that I had to worry about.
Okay.
We're good. I will not use it. I remember. I'm going to move like this way around to face that skeleton. I can't see the marker right now to grab my character and turn. But I will do that, and I will use Booming Blade on it. Trying to.
I forgot that did extra damage. Wall would have been doing more damage than I had been doing
Oh gosh.
before he died. Oops.
Do what?
He self-sacrificed and made everybody sad.
My character that was kind of like Thor, he used Booming Blade an absurdly large amount of time. I forgot that it could deal more damage at 5th level. I could have been dealing even more damage.
And Josh would have hated you for it.
I feel like Josh just
Probably.
automatically hates all my characters, even when I'm not trying to make them overpowered.
Probably.
Theoretically, my current character is the least overpowered. Like they're technically much lower powered than everyone else in the party because
Probably.
it's a glass cannon. Glass cannons are easy to kill.
Speaking of which, I've got a real quick question. Does your character worship any gods?
Mirai or new character for Josh's
New
next
character.
campaign?
And if you don't want to say it out here, feel
Poseidon.
free to... Okay, got it. Okay. I've been putting little symbols on everybody's clothing. It's real fun.
Mine is Apollo.
We just have around here. Yours is what?
Apollo.
Nice.
Mine is basically built to be a son of Apollo.
Guys, focus back on our campaign.
Yeah.
We'll talk more about this later.
Yes. So,
I miss.
yeah, you missed. There's like a large boom as your blade just kind of swings through the air at nothing in particular.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is exactly what I was worried about.
Lena, your turn.
Okay, healing time. I'm going to cast Cure Wounds at a 2nd level spell slot. 11, and that is, make sure it's on there, plus an additional 2 because I have the Discipline of Life. Or, what is it? Yes, Discipline of Life adds an additional, oh wait, no. Additional hit points equal to 2 plus the spell's level, so it's 4.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
That sounds correct.
Yes.
So you would get 15 health back.
Yep.
Sweet.
I don't know if you're doing the math, but I'd just like to remind everyone of the useful mechanics of Roll20. If you click on the red circle that your health is in, you could just type in plus 15 or minus
Yes.
whatever.
That's
Yeah.
what I've been doing because it's so much easier.
It's one of those
Okay.
small things that people don't usually notice, so I just like to remind everyone.
I honestly haven't had to do that much healing in a while, so that was nice.
I don't think you've done any healing in a long
I
time.
haven't. I think I did it once, and it was like a mere little tiny heal. The person wasn't hurt too bad. It was like afterwards, so that was pretty intense. So she's okay now.
Wait.
What?
What's that one above the 11?
I have no idea.
That might be the higher level casting. It adds an extra 1d8, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, so you heal 1 more health than that.
Oh.
If you cast it at a higher level and that added another
Okay.
dice, then that's
okay.
that extra
So
dice.
it's 16 total.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was a little confused. Like, there's a little
you
there.
scared me for a second there. I thought like you'd be like, oh well, it failed.
You healed 1 health total.
Yeah.
In fact, it's -1 health. That's why it's red.
Yeah.
And is that all you would like to do, or?
That's all I can do. I think that takes up an action.
Yeah,
Yes.
so if you try to leave, you can't disengage.
Let me just make sure I don't have any bonus action ideas. Why?
I'm going.
Sorry.
I need to look at daylight for a second. I want to. Okay, duration.
It's for an hour.
Yep.
My thing. Hang on. My character sheet's not letting me scroll. It's being weird. There it goes. Okay, I am going to summon my spiritual weapon because that is a bonus action. Do you need me to click it so it shows up?
Sure. I don't know what that is, so.
Oh, that's for the attack. I don't know how to get the information to show. You create a floating spectral weapon with a range that lasts for the duration or until you cast a spell again. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of. So, like, I'm just summoning the weapon. I'm not actually doing the attack yet.
Okay, and it does not appear to be concentration.
Yeah, and so, like, to do an attack, that would take an action, right?
I believe so.
I'm guessing. Yeah. Okay. Got it.
I have no idea what you just tried to do.
I was seeing if I could maybe get the information to appear by clicking the name.
Yeah.
You can get information to appear by clicking the name if you have it set up correctly.
Yeah, let me just turn that on.
I have no idea how you've messed it up so badly, Cohen.
It's not my weapon. It's not my
Yeah, when
attack.
he's pressing the thing to make it attack, and
Oh,
that's
I
why.
see. What if
Yeah,
I do it?
There it goes.
Yeah, I can do it just fine.
Oh, that's because you're the DM.
yeah.
There's the information.
GM privilege. Sorry, I wanted to make the joke.
So it
Yeah.
is a what's a fun weapon? A sword, I guess. it's a sword.
So lame. A normal
Yes,
weapon.
yes. Well, I feel like a scythe wouldn't fit her or her domain.
A whip.
bow.
I forget what it was, but there was something that a completely normal, very innocent, kind person, their weapon was like a whip or something, and everybody was judging them. I was like, why are you using a whip? It's just what I was given. Because whips are usually
Yeah.
put in a worse light that I'm not going to mention on my PG stream that isn't PG.
For horses.
Sure, yeah. I don't think that's better.
Oh, it's not. The abuse of animals is a very serious topic, and we should not make jokes.
As I said, I'm not sure that's better. Moving on. Skeleton
sorry.
Archer's turn. It's going to try and shoot at Lena again, but it's at disadvantage.
Because I'm giving Lena cover.
Yep.
Those
You
not,
calling me small?
no,
You calling me small?
No,
Lena
I'm saying-
attacks him.
You're killing me, Smalls.
that actually was not by design. That's just how it turned out. But I'm glad it did.
It misses Rena.
But hits me.
However, it gets a critical hit on you.
Oh, wonderful.
And
Thank you.
it does 8 damage.
I'll heal you later.
So basically what happened
Yeah.
was I rolled it at disadvantage. However, the first roll was a critical, and it was at disadvantage in hitting Lena, but the first roll was going to be if it misses Lena, what its chances to hit Jingo would be.
Yeah.
So it was a critical.
Yep.
So yeah. Moving on.
Oh wait, I'm reacting. Hellish Rebuke.
Can that be used on something that far away? 45
should
feet.
be.
Okay.
It's
I don't know
like
anything
damage.
about that spell, so go ahead and
Let me go to its spell page or whatever. 60 feet range. So yes.
Okay. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And what happens if it succeeds?
It just takes half damage, I believe.
Could you make sure?
It takes. Wait, hold on. What did this roll? Crap. It takes half as much damage on a successful. To re-roll it because I did it wrong.
Okay.
I think.
You rolled a 2d10 for that.
I know. I think it's only supposed to be 1d10 at this level.
Just let me look at your character sheet. Makes everything much easier.
Yeah, it doesn't specify it on there. There's like that. I don't have that armor right now because that's for 5th level. That's what I'm taking. Or something like this.
It takes 2d10 fire damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. So you have it
Okay, yeah,
set up correctly.
I do. It doesn't matter level wise. So yeah, that takes 4 damage if it succeeded.
it did succeed, and it like catches lightly on fire, but it kind of just rolls around and gets back up just fine.
Stop, drops, and rolls.
And Carton's turn. Wait, no,
Okay.
I missed a skeleton because I'm an idiot. So then there's the other skeleton that's there, and it's going to try attacking Lena. And it hits, dealing 4 damage. And Lena has thus been declared holy for the amount of holes in her.
Some of them have been healed.
Pardon?
Some of them have been healed. Most of them.
Yeah, but how I imagine healing magic works is it's not like a perfect heal.
Oh.
I'm calling the police.
Pardon?
Police.
Police?
Police.
Oh, call the police.
Oh.
Yeah, that pun was horrible. You murdered someone with how bad that pun was.
I mean, she's a cleric. I thought it only fitting. Okay, now it's Carton's turn.
Okay.
By the way, I want to mention during this whole time, the merchant is doing exactly as he was told and is just sitting there as if nothing was going wrong.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
you
no.
did convince him very thoroughly.
I didn't.
But that was
I
before they showed up. I would think by
wasn't-
now he'd take cover.
I wasn't convincing him to pretend nothing's happening.
I mean, that's the
Period.
words you used.
I'd say, dude, get down.
Take cover.
Yeah, take cover. I should probably choose my words more carefully from now on.
So, are you sure you want to move? Because you'll take a reaction hit from that skeleton. Carton?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. And what's your AC?
Oh no, what's your AC?
Well, you see, I'm the GM. It's instantly 30. What was
it's
that?
13.
13? Okay,
13.
yeah, it hits. And kind of
Something.
gets a light stab of 4 damage on you as you run away.
4 damage. Okay. I'm going to do a sneak attack again.
Okie dokie. Go ahead and roll.
Oh my.
Let me check his AC. I need to make sure that hits. Yeah, you... How do you
Which
kill...
one are you stabbing? This one?
It's the only one within range right now.
All right.
So how are
No,
you
he's
trying to
stabbing
kill it?
How do you kill a skeleton? Let's see.
Cut off its head and then smash it to bits.
You cut off, or
Gosh, Lena.
cut off its head and then like curb stomp it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you
Go with
curb
that.
stomp it. And it kind of just gets dusted.
Yeah, you accomplished exactly what you were trying to do down to the T.
Nice.
And that scroll and crossbones is to signify it's dead, not undead.
Yes, this makes sense.
Even with the piercing damage halved, that's still a lot of damage.
Sneak attack, man. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. So it's the other skeleton with 1 health. It is going to try attacking Lena again. And hits, dealing another 5 damage.
And that was with cover?
You don't have cover from that skeleton. This is the normal skeleton, not the archer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I do the thing that I wanted to do the last turn then?
You're not in between. If you were in the place that Django's in, yes, but you're not.
Shingo, get out of the way.
No.
Let me die. Okay.
Speaking of which, it's Jingo's
Sorry.
turn.
Yeah. So it looks like it's very rattly about to.
Yes,
Okay.
it's on its last legs,
I'm
shaken to the
going.
bone.
I'm going to use frostbite blade.
Sorry, say that again? Okay.
Oh my gosh! I hate my sword.
You're
I
so amazed by the crushing to bits that Karton did. You don't even like you're not looking fully when you swing the blade, and you just kind of miss.
I hate my sword.
So,
Oh yeah, thank you.
is that all you do, or
Yeah.
okay, Lena, your turn.
So we just have this one and then the archer. Do. Okay, so if you scroll back up, the spiritual weapon, it has a bonus attack. If I do a spell attack, not with the, if I do like a melee attack with the spiritual weapon, but do another attack, can I still do that bonus action of the spiritual
Give me a
weapon?
second.
So if I do a guiding bolt, can I also do a spiritual weapon attack? Because it can move on its own and attack. That's as a bonus action on your turn, you can move the weapon up to 20 feet and repeat the attack against a creature within 5 feet of it.
So, I just realized it says when you cast the spell, you make a melee spell attack against a creature within 5 feet of the weapon. That means
You
when you first
can.
cast it, you would have been able to attack.
To attack?
Yeah,
So
because it's a spell you cast with a bonus action. That would have meant it could have attacked the time you casted it with a bonus action. I probably worded that wrong, but based on that wording, what I'm getting is you should have already gotten an attack, and I'm sorry. I didn't read it well before.
Alright, so in that case, I can still do an action and an attack with it as a bonus attack.
Well, just give me a second as I read the rest. I'm just saying you should have gotten an attack earlier on.
Okay.
Okay. What's the duration of the spell?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay. So yeah, as a bonus action, you can make it attack and or move 20 feet.
Okay. Because I'm confused now. If you're saying that the entire thing is a bonus action, then because I thought it was one attack and then you got a bonus attack on top of that where the weapon itself can.
So how it works, as far as I understand it, when you first cast the spell, it only takes a bonus action, and sorry, when you cast it, it only uses a bonus action, and you get to attack with it that turn. However, following turns, while it's still there, you can also attack with it again as a bonus action. It's not like you're holding a weapon. It's like there's a floating magical weapon.
Got it. Okay. So starting off, I'm going to do Guiding Bolt towards the archer.
Hey there, Mooncloud. How are you?
The range to hit attack.
Nice. I really enjoy D&D, so
I'm pretty sure it hit.
I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, did it hit?
Yeah, that hits. Although that's... Oh, wait, no, I was looking at something earlier. Yeah, that hits. I was looking at something that got a critical, and I'm like, why are you asking?
Yeah. Then it has 10 radiant damage.
The skeleton... Is it this skeleton?
The archer.
Oh, you're using Guiding Bolt on the archer.
Yes.
The skeleton just falls apart into a pile of dust.
Okay, and now with my spiritual weapon, I'm attacking the one close by. So click that. Of course it does this now.
Go ahead and roll for damage.
It hits.
Just
No,
roll
it's
for
a
damage.
critical fail. Just roll for damage. I'm gonna go down.
Your blade accidentally hits Jingo, and he takes 7 damage.
Yeah.
Also a quick question. That doesn't count as another spell slot, right?
It does not, since
Okay,
it's still
making sure.
summoned or whatever you want to call it. It's just imagine it like there's a floating blade there that you can attack with bonus action.
Got it. Just making
It's
sure.
like the summoned weapon.
So-
She looks. Sorry, I'm still getting used to that. I'll heal you afterwards.
So Mooncloud, this is a homebrew campaign I made.
Can I fall prone?
No,
why?
I'm telling you no.
Just fall prone and give up on the fight because I can't hit anything, and I've just been attacked by a teammate.
You can. You are certainly able to. Is that what you want to do?
I fall prone.
Okay.
And Lena looks ready to cry. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
I'll be right back. Give me a second. Okay, sorry.
He left because of me.
No, I'm trying to talk to someone
Yeah.
who's in my chat.
Yeah, I'm joking.
You have
So
someone in chat?
this campaign, Mooncloud, is
You have someone
something
watching
I
in the
made.
stream?
Yes, I do. It's a campaign I made where basically the whole
goodness, I
world's
need
covered in a darkness
all of
that
us are going to
creatures come from
Twitch
and
now.
attack people.
Yeah.
And I don't know how easily you can hear me over them
Oh
talking.
no, I don't know how to
Sorry.
get the chat open. There it is.
You have someone watching I made.
Oh no.
It's a campaign I made where basically.
No. Don't play
And
noise.
you're listening to me, I can hear.
Here's the chat.
Okay, good to hear. I've been
Hey there,
running it for
person.
a while,
I'm also
so it's a
writing it in
little.
chat because I'm. weird.
It's been going on for a while,
Okay.
but there's not all of the recordings out there.
Well, there's the chat.
Yeah.
So Mooncloud's someone that I met in another streamer's chat a while back, so I just wanted to say hello and stuff like that.
Ah,
Yeah, that's cool.
I see.
Anyways, so Lena, your turn.
I just did that.
You just did that, and I'm an idiot.
Yes, I
Carton's
attacked
turn.
Jingo, remember?
I guess now I'm going to move over here. Well,
Sneak attack.
Can I sneak attack still?
If there's an ally of yours that is aggressive towards that enemy, next to that enemy, then yes. Even if that ally is prone, it still technically counts. You hit, and I'm going to ignore that second roll for damage.
I
I was
don't
supposed to
know
say
why.
you did 4 things of damage.
So how do you do this?
He's going to curb stomp that one again, and he was very angry. You can tell he's very angry at these skeletons.
Yep.
Or they're hurting.
Why is he angry?
his
Would you like
cleric.
to share with the class?
Yeah, because they hurt his cleric.
Aw, you're not gonna say because you care about her.
He
So
cares about clerics.
I just want to point out, this encounter was supposed to be very difficult, and I kept on emphasizing, stuff like no one, or like either people made it through and saw nothing unusual, or they just didn't make it. I was trying to emphasize this was going to be difficult, and you guys were taking it on anyways. Yeah, all those shadows that you guys cleared out were planned to be a part of that fight.
Yeah, I'm glad I did the spell then, because if I hadn't, those things are annoying. Oh, I remember the one time we ran into them, and Lena was like the only one who could make attacks on it with her spiritual weapon.
That's why the skeletons attacked you. Their only directive must have been to destroy light.
Although she wasn't what was glowing, so...
No, but she
Aren't
did
you glad I
cause
was
it.
here for this today? Because if I wasn't,
You would have died.
you guys
Yeah,
would
the
have all been
party
dead.
would not have done so well. And maybe that would have hit home the point that you guys need to have healing potion. I'm just kidding. Anyways, so yeah, that's
You
as far
try,
as
but it's never going to happen. happen.
As far as
Yeah.
you guys can tell, that everything's been wiped out. The merchant's kind of. I mean, he would have moved after you told him to get cover, but he has just kind of been scared, sitting in the seat, unable to move with fright.
Yeah. I just continue to remain prone. I'm still holding onto my weapon now.
Are you? And she's going to reach down and do healing hands on him. So you are getting hit points equal to your level. You're getting 5 HP back.
I'm level 4.
Equal to my level, so you're getting 5 hit points back.
Okay.
Karton goes up to
know,
the
there was a
merchant
question
and
I wanted
snaps
to
his
ask
finger.
you,
Come on,
Moonclad,
we
but I
gotta
can't
keep
remember what
going.
it
I don't
was.
want to deal with more skeletons.
I have at max 2 hours of this spell, so we need to get going fast.
I'll catch up.
No. We don't have time to leave you behind, and you need to stay in the light. Let's go.
leave him. Let's leave him.
I would kind of get run over by the cart, so I should probably get up.
No, stay there, please.
Only because you want me dead. And I like stab my sword. Wait, no. Yeah, never mind. I'm doing it anyway. I'd like reverse my grip and stab my sword into the dirt next to me and just kind of haul myself up.
Did you by chance, sir, bring an extra crystal?
No.
I should have thought of that. Okay, well, we need to get moving fast.
I've
Ding
dong.
never seen them attack the crystal like that before.
Yeah, this is definitely not normal, especially all those shadows gathered around. No wonder not many people have been making it through. We can talk, though, as we get moving, because I'm serious, we are timed right now.
Yeah. I stand up and go back to my next to the cart, but I'm gonna keep holding my weapon because Crimson right. I don't want to let go of it yet.
I don't think it just stops when you let go, but I could be wrong.
It does. It vanishes unless it's a weapon the moment I let go.
Okay.
Yeah. Or
Well-
it fades rather.
All right. So, you guys continue on your way as fast as possible, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to persuade the merchant to push the horses as fast as he can.
Well, how are we supposed to keep up?
The horse is pulling a cart full of crates.
Oh,
The fastest it can go is not that much faster than you guys could run.
I got
Yeah.
it.
So you guys continue on your way at a faster pace.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
No bickering this time, maybe?
The merchant does not seem like he needed to be convinced. He kind of seemed like he was
Yeah.
ready to just start running.
Yeah.
Not even like there was a moment he looked like he was going to get the horses to start going before you even stood up from your depressed position.
Mhm.
Not sure he realized you were still alive at the time, but
He's just gonna roll the cart over me. Yeah, no big deal.
so everybody roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, these are fun.
Come on. Oh, not bad. Not bad.
So everybody manages to keep up, but Jingo looks pretty winded after a little while. And Karton, he's been better, but he's also been worse.
Too bad we don't have Torin to
know what?
carry people.
You know, it's weird that my rolls seem to make so much sense because I am still carrying a great sword.
Jingo, maybe hop on the cart like before. It's not the most comfortable, but
I I just turn and glare at you and don't say anything.
Sorry, Grumpy Pants.
I told you he was emo.
Everybody roll perception for me.
Oh no!
Oh my god!
No!
Again?
B, let things go fine.
God.
Do we have do we have inspiration, by the way?
I mean,
I do.
after last session, everybody that was part of last session should have it, and it appears you already do have it, Lena. So yeah.
I just clicked it. That's why.
Oh.
Can I have inspiration?
After this session, because you are doing stuff that I think deserves it, but I don't want to give inspiration just like in the middle for you being a mother.
Darn it. Okay.
So, Carton, who had the easiest roll because he has the best dark vision, does see that there are more skeletons off kind of in the distance trying to follow but not being able to keep up. And it seems that if you guys had stayed there for much longer, you probably would have been overwhelmed by more.
Oh, good.
Just wondering on the map, how far are we?
At this point, you're kind of getting near the bridge.
Okay. So it's closer for us to get there than like turn around, like go back.
Oh yeah,
Probably.
By the time we reached the forest, it was fast.
What was that?
It was faster by the time we reached the forest in the first place.
Yeah.
Sure. All right, Jinko, hang in there. Do you need more healing?
Yes.
You sure? I'm just like out of character. I want to make sure because I am limited on my healings.
I have 15. My max is 28.
Okay. She is going to do a cure wounds on him. We're gonna do this at level 1, and that is +4. So you get 12 back.
Okay.
So, when you guys, or is there anything else you want to do,
There we
or
go.
Should I probably
Let them know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Have we made it to the bridge yet?
I was about to describe that, but then I decided to make sure you weren't trying to heal yourselves more or anything like that.
What do you guys think? Do you think I have 15 out of 28? Should I heal myself? I'm about halfway.
I don't know.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, probably because they would target you.
Yes, I will go ahead and heal myself as well. What?
Just really quickly, if you guys want a little bit of extra information,
Yes.
roll wisdom or history.
Oh, okay, that would be great. Wisdom, and then what's my history? Nope.
So not a saving throw, just wisdom. Is there any difference in the modifier? Okay, yeah.
I get a +4 to wisdom saving.
Yeah,
so.
but this isn't a saving throw. This is just a roll. So Lena and Jingo can't remember any cases of creatures of the darkness specifically targeting the light. As bad as they did. They have like kind of attacked the source of light when it was hurting them, but not usually. That was usually larger crystals rather than this small one. But on top of that, there's not anything you can remember or think of that would normally cause them to realize that the source of the magic creating the light in this case was you rather than the cart which the light was coming from.
Yeah.
This is definitely not normal. When we get to the village, I'm going to report this to the guards. Something's not right here.
Can I have clarification? Did you give me that information based on the 20 or based on the other roll minus
16
that
minus 2. So
Okay.
14. It was enough.
Okay.
So.
So does that have anything to do? Yeah, I'm gonna again do that cure wounds if that's okay on me again.
Yeah,
Is
you
that
can do
okay?
that.
Okay.
No, you
12.
can't.
Okay, 12. Oh my gosh, was that max? Oh my gosh. Okay, and then plus another 4, so
16.
You're max health. You're at max health now.
yay! Thank you. Wait, right?
I don't know the math.
Yeah. Yes, it would have been 29. I'm at 29 out of 28.
You're at
I don't think
28
that
out
works.
of 28.
Yeah.
Yes.
The only way you can go over is if a spell specifies or it's temporary hit points.
Well, I say I have an extra one, so I'm joking.
You get struck by lightning and lose 2 now. The extra 1 just for say.
Onward! Oh, how long has it been since we started moving?
So, at this point, by the time you make it to the bridge, it's about the sunset time, as the crystals would start to lose their light. This was supposed to be a whole day's trip, so you started in the morning and it's almost the end.
I mean, like, since when we just had the fight, how long has it been? Has it been an hour?
It was kind of like a mad dash as you guys panicked to get out of there, and you were more focused on running than keeping track of time. But you can guess that's probably been half an hour.
Okay, I just need to know because after an hour, the spell goes away and I'll have to do it again. That's why I was asking.
I'm just trying to tell you that's a rough estimate. It might not exactly be how long it's
Okay,
been.
so the spell's still fine.
The spell is still fine.
Okay, keep moving.
As you guys make it to the bridge, and you see on the other side, not too far, where the light starts from the town, you hear behind you a very loud roar of something that has to be very large.
Fudge! Okay.
Keep running.
It's a rat!
No.
It sounds far off, but it is definitely a very terrifying sound.
Leah's like, keep moving. As soon as we can get to the guards, we can get some more help. Carton, keep an eye out. That's a pun, and I didn't mean it.
I guess
And-
it would be a... Can I try to roll to see what kind of animal that is?
Roll
Or not animal?
Just what it is.
Roll survival and
Can I help him?
Arcana. Yeah, but at advantage. Roll both of them at advantage.
Survival, and you have to do Arcana.
Dun, 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 dun.
At advantage, so
both of
20.
them?
Both of them are at advantage.
Yep, because you were being helped.
Nice.
So, you kind of discuss between each other as you get to the bridge, like after hearing the roar, what it might be, and Carton gets the idea that it kind of sounded like a dragon.
Oh no!
Oh
no! It better be Torin. I swear to God, it better be Torin.
It's not Torn.
And Jingo recognizes that something sounded wrong about it, so it's likely a dragon that's been corrupted by the darkness.
We are not high enough level for this.
Oh fudge. Okay. By the way, Lena is gonna move herself so that instead of being towards the front of the cart and protecting it from the front, she's moving herself more towards the middle, so she's paying attention more towards the back.
And one more thing I want to mention, Carton also recognizes that there's kind of the sound of pain in the roar.
Oh, don't say that. Now I'm gonna have Lena jump in the darkness to save it.
I mean, as I said, it sounds like it's a corrupted dragon, but it sounds like it might be either in a fight or in pain or something like that. Of course, Carton's the only one that knows that part of the information, unless he cares to share it.
I don't think he's going to want to share such a touchy.
Yeah. Lena, we must go see it. That is my new child. We must go.
I think he kind of goes. It kind of sounds in pain, but I might just be.
What sounds in pain?
Roaring monster dragon.
As much as I would love to go play veterinary rescue, we cannot. We gotta keep moving.
I am fully aware of that. I was just thinking.
I agree. Plus,
Out
it's
loud.
it's corrupted, so there's no way we can fight that thing. There's no way we can save that thing.
Merchant kind of joins in. Yeah, I'd say you can't fight it either. Now keep me protected.
That's what we have been doing, sir. How much are we getting paid for this again?
Probably it was supposed to be death or something. I don't know.
Keep going.
We actually haven't been protecting the
Sweet.
merchant. We've only been protecting Lena.
And Lena's
To
been
be
protecting
fair-
the merchant, so.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. There was a health for the cart because my original plan was that the cart was going to be their main target. But Lena just blew that out of the water. Priorities.
Yes. All right, so we're moving. Continue moving.
Have we made it to the light yet?
It doesn't take too much longer after you cross the bridge to get in the light, especially at the pace you guys are going.
Yeah.
You hear the loud roar several more times. Does anyone want to roll?
I want to see if I can identify it further. I want to know what element of dragon we're dealing with.
Also, is this like a roar? Does it have it by chance its own language? Like
This.
missed that.
It sounds guttural, and while it might be an intelligent creature or not, this just sounds like it's like a barbarian screaming before a fight type thing. There's no words to it. It's just
got it.
roaring.
Very
However,
sad.
if Jingo wants to try and get more information, go ahead and roll nature.
Where is
I would
that?
help, but I don't think I would know anything.
You're unable to tell what type of dragon it is from its roar.
Yeah. I'm not even sure that's possible, but
So we are within the light. Are we close enough that like guards or anything could hear us?
You would have to get a little further in, but there seems to be no danger at this point. You just keep hearing the roaring. Although with how loud it sounds, you bet that the villagers probably already hear it.
Okay, and do they have like a gate or anything like that?
No, it's a rather small farming village with a stone tower in the middle holding a decent-sized light or crystal.
Mhm. Got it. I guess we keep moving.
yeah.
We're not gonna stop.
The moment I come across a guard that looks important, actually, I'm just when I find a guard, I tell them very sternly, "I need to speak to your captain."
Everybody
We're
roll
not there yet.
perception.
Yeah, are we there yet? Like,
I mean, I'm just
get
kind of
there,
going
yeah.
with as you see things.
Yeah.
So you guys see up ahead that the town guard has already gathered, and there's even a few villagers who have grabbed, like pitchforks or there's a smith holding a sword that they were probably working on. There's quite a few villagers that are visibly shaken and also prepared to defend against whatever it is they're hearing. And one of the guardsmen sees you as Lena sees him, and kind of shouts, "What is that? Or who goes there?"
Did you guys ever mention it was a dragon? To
I
Lena?
feel like
You would have heard, because the fact that it was corrupt dragon was kind of part of the information that was going back and forth between Carton and Django, because you can only really help with that with conversation. That
Okay.
much I believe you would have heard.
Okay. And is the guard? Wait, I didn't understand what the guard was saying. Were they saying what the roar was, or who we are?
What the sound was, and then also asking who goes there. Like, he seems panicked, like
Yes.
everyone else, just less so.
Quick question. Out of character, saying corrupt dragon would probably not be a right idea, right? Just run, corrupt dragon. Corrupt creature, get back. I guess.
Yeah, probably wouldn't be a great idea.
And we're
Can I-
escorting this merchant.
Can I see him yet, or is it just Lena?
After that first initial shout, you can all see each other, and everybody in the village kind of
Mhm.
looks on edge, thinking that it might be something chasing you, seeing
Okay.
at how you're running.
I want to run up to one of the guards and tell him I need to speak to your captain.
The one that had shouted to Lena is, "What do you want?"
Are you the captain?
Yes, now what do you want?
You need to build a wall around this village now.
No.
There's no
You need
time for that.
And it doesn't matter if there's time or not. You need to have a.
Roll persuasion. Or deception, if that's what you're aiming for.
I'm not aiming for deception. I'm trying to convince them
Could-
that they
could-
need some kind of gate or a wall.
To that Jingo to help out. I mean, you obviously got a good roll, but I would like to suggest something.
Sure. What?
If that's okay. Instead of a wall.
Yeah, I'm not trying to make like any Trump joke or not.
Oh no, I know, but I'm thinking they probably can't build a wall in a few minutes, but barricades with like.
I have a
wagons
better
and
idea.
stuff. What?
I have a spell that could work. We need to gather everyone somewhere here, maybe where it's safe, and we need to have spells ready. I could create a remember the 10-foot radius circle protecting us.
It's large enough of a farming village that 10-foot radius would not be enough to fit everyone.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
don't mean like the entire village. I just mean like the people, like everyone gather in a 10-foot.
It's practically the whole village.
Oh wait, what?
As I said,
There's
not
too many
only is the
people.
town guard there, but the villagers have grabbed
Oh,
pitchforks
okay.
and swords,
Yeah.
whatever.
And,
Is
like,
there only like one way to get in right now, or is it like you could enter from any side?
The
it's
village
just-
is out in a field. Coming from the forest, unless you go through the water or could fly, the bridge is the only way. But from every
And how-
other direction, it's fairly clear.
How big is the bridge?
Big enough that 2 carts could pass each other.
Like 10-foot
he's-
radius?
I'd say closer to 20 feet.
yeah.
Gosh darn.
I turn to Lena. I don't think they need to worry right now, but we need to get defenses up.
Definitely. We know it's a dragon, but do we know what kind of dragon? Can we tell? Can you guys tell by the sound that it can fly?
No, I couldn't tell. But it sounds like if it's in pain.
Before you continue, Lena and Jingo both roll Arcana or History.
Arcana. Let's do history. One of us or both of us?
Both of you.
Okay.
So Lena remembers that while the corruption can alter creatures in quite a few ways, it usually doesn't take away abilities like flight.
Okay, but normally dragons can all fly.
Um,
A normal thing that everyone knows. I don't know.
I believe most or all dragons fly. I do not know in particular every single dragon.
I'm not sure how good of a wall is going to do to a dragon that can fly.
Perhaps.
I'm not concerned about the dragon. I'm concerned about all of the skeletons and shadows.
Sorry, I want to specify when I said there were skeletons chasing you guys, it wasn't like an army, it was like another 3 or 4.
Oh, okay.
But likely in that darkness were also more shadows.
Yeah.
Perhaps, is there any possible way that around places around this farm, village, whatever you want to call it,
Sorry, say that again?
underground places such as like wine cellars or places that are underground so the dragon can't get to the villagers, the citizens.
There's a brewery that has a cellar for letting the alcohol sit for a while, but it's not enough room for everyone.
Oh, that's a start. Let's get let's get the as many as we can, children, disabled, all those folks, down into the cellar, and we'll figure out what we'll do with everybody else.
If it's a fire, or did you tell them it was a dragon?
I don't think we did.
I thought at one point you said it's a dragon, but I
did just say out loud it was like I was just talking to Jinko about it being
Yeah.
a dragon, so they would have heard that.
If it's a dragon, as you say, then if it breathes fire, I don't think hiding with the alcohol would be a very good idea.
No,
Do you
that's why
think
I'm
hiding
thinking-
out in the open is any better?
Good point. I think right now we just need to focus on preparing for what comes. The dragon, if it is, the corrupt creatures have trouble coming into the light, right?
Corrupt
Coming near the
creatures do
crystals.
have trouble, but it's not impossible for them. But the darkness, like the creatures made fully of darkness, do have trouble entering the light.
Okay.
And undead creatures of darkness, so like the skeletons, have more trouble entering the light than creatures that are corrupt. But
Okay.
they can.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it will have trouble approaching because of the crystal. If we need to expand the crystal's light, I can do that easily, like I did with the
Can Jingo just have like an aha moment? Or
Aha, what?
I want to look like I have an aha moment and just like turn quickly to
Turn
Lena.
quickly to Lena. Is that what you
Yeah.
said?
Yes.
Okay.
Lena, that's it. You need to stay with the crystal with your defensive spell.
Sorry, I couldn't hear that. What was it?
You need to stay near the crystal with your defensive spell. If they start to attack it like before, protect it.
I can't return light to a crystal. I don't know how to do that yet. But all I can do is create my own temporary light. But we should focus on possibly protecting the crystal, and she's going to turn to the guard. Whatever these are, the skeletons we ran into, they're smart. They knew to attack the crystal and then to attack me when I return light to the cart. They're not normal. So if they come, they might try to aim for the town's crystal.
Just really quickly, do an Arcana roll, Lena.
Okay.
You start to kind of think about your abilities and what you know of the crystals, and you feel you could probably, well, you can't recharge the crystal. You might be able to alter it to expand the radius of the light for a short time, or even channel spells through it to make the spells slightly more powerful, but only through something like the light crystal.
On the other hand, I can't restore light to it or recharge it, but I think I might be able to expand its radius or cast spells through it. Maybe. I don't really know for sure.
well, if maybe you can make it more stronger, then we have a better chance of the crystal not shattering, and that's good. Yes?
Yeah. In that case,
Before you continue, what was the protection spell you wanted to do?
what do you mean?
You were talking about like you were trying to find the
Oh,
radius of something.
yes, magic circle does like a radius of like things can't it's a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder centered at the point of the ground you can see within range, and it creates a 10-foot a cylinder of magical energy centered on a point. Okay.
By the way, quick mention.
It can keep certain creatures out if I choose.
Okay. Quick mention about radius, since you seem to not completely get that. When I said the bridge was 20 feet, you said you wouldn't be able to because it was a 10-foot.
Mhm.
Since that's radius, it means circle.
Right. It's doubled.
So yeah, you would have been able to.
But again, that's only like I block off a section of it. If it's a dragon, it's gonna fly over.
Yeah.
Um,
Give me a second. I want to read through the description.
yeah.
I know I mentioned before that I was going to give you guys some general descriptions of how you could use magic in ways that aren't specifically the spell's purpose, but I never did because I was getting really confused, or not confused. It was getting really complex, and I didn't want to write everything up. But in general, if you guys think something might work a certain way, if you alter the magic or something, feel free to mention it, and I can talk about what the effects might be, like things you might be able to do with it. For instance, what I was saying about casting spells through the crystal, normally people wouldn't be able to do that, but since you're a cleric of Lyra and other related reasons that I'm not going to mention here because story, you would be able to with more powerful crystals do stuff through them.
Okay.
Now
Alright,
I've got a question.
Yes.
Could I cast, because since I'm a drow, I've got, I think it's fairy fire or dancing light. Could I do that to a dagger and then stab one of those freaking orb things because they never take damage from me because they're freaking orbs and I can't cut them? Would that do damage to them? Theoretically.
Give me a second. What spell did you say? Or was
I've
it a
got
spell?
dancing lights. Yeah, it's dancing lights and fairy fire because I'm over 3 levels. I'm actually 5th level, so I think I've got darkness too, but I don't know. That spell's not very useful.
Yeah, you would be seen as a very, very evil person to summon darkness in the light
darkness.
area.
So the spell darkness is different from the darkness outside the light.
Yeah, but
I know.
it's kind of,
But it's
it's
still
a bad
darkness.
spell.
Yeah.
It's not a great spell.
I mean, if
I'm
you
just
have
gonna-
true sight, it can be a very great spell. So long as you don't use
Yeah.
it against something else that has true sight and your whole party doesn't have true sight, then you run into some other problems.
Yeah.
So it'd be great for Aiden.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
I think-
using magic circle, would I be able to like use that through the crystal and expand it over the village?
You'd be able to do that very temporarily. Give me a second while I read. I was reading through that description, and then I was asked that question by David. So give me a second. I need to read what it actually does.
Oh, sorry.
It basically keeps out a creature type that I choose.
Yeah, I was thinking a barrier that you could use to protect the crystal from projectiles, but no.
So the plan, what I'm getting here is we need to make a barricade for the or a wall, whatever you want to call it. Get the citizens to safety while also protecting the crystal.
Yeah.
So,
Right.
And I think we've each chosen our project to take the lead on.
Well, one moment.
So the magic circle, I would say you would be able to expand its radius by a decent amount, and it's time by like another minute by using the crystal, but that will drain some of the energy from the crystal.
Okay.
Not a ton, like
Um,
it won't go out immediately, um, but
and
you're straight up using power from the crystal too.
okay. And like you said before, where I expand the light of the crystal.
That'd be like
Um,
using the daylight spell on it
okay.
to
Would
make it
that
more powerful. That would likely make it deal. That would not only increase the radius, but if there were dark creatures closer to the crystal, it would likely damage them to some degree.
okay? Then that's probably my best light. So she's going to tell this to the group. Okay, if I
Oh,
cast
sorry, but I want to
what?
specify it will not extend the duration of daylight, because in that instance, you're giving it power instead of using its power.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that one would probably, because of the scale, it would probably only last 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Oh.
Because this is like it's already
Oh.
using a large amount of power. You're only giving it so much. That's the difference. The crystal has
Yeah.
lots more power than you do, technically.
So it wouldn't even last the full hour.
It would not last the full hour. Basically, what I'm saying
gosh.
is both whichever spell you use with the crystal depends on the spell itself and whether you're taking power from the crystal for the spell or giving power to the crystal.
Mm-hmm.
And your question earlier, Carton, about the dancing lights or fairy fire. I can, I would say because of the type of spell it is, you could probably have the spell affect your weapon to make it so it can hit the shadows. It might not do more damage than your normal blade would, but it would be able to hit the.
That's all I needed to hear.
And give me a second to read through Fairy Fire.
Not the.
Isn't that the one that you were talking about? That would enable.
No, I was talking about Dancing Lights.
Yeah.
You want to wait till you're done reading, and then I have another idea.
I'd say Fairy Fire, because of how the spell works, would allow you to attack something that you use it on if it normally can't be hit by physical means, if it's a shadow.
Cool.
Okay, so could I cast through the crystal something like turn undead, which is it's not like turn something undead. It causes the undead creatures
I'm aware of what.
turn around. Okay. And move away as far as possible.
Yeah.
But that would only work on skeletons, so it doesn't work on like corrupt creatures, does it?
To some extent, it would affect corrupt creatures, but nowhere near as much as the skeletons.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm going to look at character sheet. Turn undead. Turn undead. Turn undead.
It's like I just said. It's right here. Turn channel the demon thief.
Okay, yeah. I was looking at your spells. Yeah, but that would be another case of taking power from the crystal rather than.
Gosh.
So it would make it more powerful, and would likely last longer than a minute, but it lightly drains the crystal.
Okay.
Maybe you should ask some of the guards to help a bit so that they can, if they've, I'm guessing most of them are clerics or something. So if
roll
they
perception
to do what?
To see the types of people that are there.
Oh, who's doing it?
I mean, Carton was talking about it, so. But if any of you want to see who else is in the village.
Okay, I'll do it.
Okay, so you can tell that there's 3 light keepers, but most of the town guard are just villagers that have taken the job. Um,
Mm.
the light keepers are not in any way um, like seniors, or they're not the most strong type of light keepers. They're more there just to protect the peace and gather complaints and relay that back to the City of Light. So they would not likely be able to help with that magic um, as well.
Sure would be. Be nice.
So our best plan right now is for me to go to the crystal and to prepare in case something happens to use the crystal's power or use my own power to push back whatever it is. We should have the children, the women, the youngest, the people who cannot fight move and need to be safe as closest to the crystal as possible, like near the tower. And those who can fight on the outskirts, not on the outskirts, but ready further back to protect.
One
Or
thing-
have the people that can fight help with the barricades.
One thing I want to
Well,
mention, since it's kind of related to what she just said, as I mentioned before, the tower is made of stone. It does have an inside where there's like stairs that you could climb up to where the crystal is, and the bottom area that's kind of a makeshift. Well, it is a church to Lyra, but not like a super serious church. And usually those are meant to be able to protect people, so the church would likely be a good place to keep people who can't fight when the fighting starts.
haven't you played Skyrim?
What?
Haven't you played Skyrim?
What about Skyrim?
The very opening! The dragon, like, wrecks the whole place, and there's a tower you have to go up in, and then the dragon comes in and breathes fire into the frickin' tower.
But he had to break
Oh, so
into
what
it as opposed to all the other buildings. He just breathes fire and they start falling apart.
Okay, well, I was going to look for a thieves guild, maybe. Maybe they got, like, a little underground thing. Also, what's your character's eye color?
Mine?
Who are you asking?
I can't remember fully, but I think it was like a bright sea blue.
Got it. Thank you.
No problem. I'm pretty sure Damien's doing art while we play this session. So.
Yes, yeah.
I'm always doing art when we're playing sessions. That's why half of the time I'm like, what happened? And I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying to multitask.
It's fine. I understand.
I should probably go here soon.
Yeah, I'm going to try and wrap things up, so don't worry.
Yeah,
Oh, shoot. This is getting real good. Yeah.
So what are... Yeah.
If I get this correct, you guys are trying to convince the villagers to build a wall to gather those who would be not so helpful in a fight in the tower, and what else?
In the church.
Well, yeah, church tower. Anything else, or is that the general gist?
Oh, can you prepare a spell so that you can just cast it without doing a spell slot?
If it's a ritual.
Yeah, I can do it as a ritual. If I do it as a ritual, it doesn't count as a
I would do that, and then you can have 20 minutes without, so that in case like you have that, you don't have to spend a spell slot, and then you can do that for 20 minutes in case it takes too long.
I'll probably do that.
Yeah.
But quick question: why do we need to build a wall? Because if we're dealing with a dragon, I don't know how good a wall's going to do.
They were
We're
saying
dealing
if there's minions.
And I also kind of rolled a crit on persuasion, so
yeah, I'm still
I kind of
applying that.
don't think I can at this point to not build a wall. Like they're just gonna.
I mean, it's not a bad idea, but yeah, just you two are the ones to like, because I'm gonna be back at the tower. I'm telling you now, you guys are gonna have to be the ones watching out and maybe even yelling. It's not far, right? So they might be able to yell to me like, "Do something" or something.
Yeah.
I think I'm guessing Carton's going to be the closest since he's gathering people to go to the tower. thieves guild where I can hide everybody under the town, but I'm guessing there's not because it's a farm town.
Yeah, and like we said, the safest place is going to be in a church.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Right.
There's
No.
likely a thieves guild stash or something in the village,
Yeah.
considering its proximity to the City of Light, but not a full-blown wing or branch or whatever you want to call it.
Not an
Yeah.
underground secret base.
Yeah.
Which you probably wouldn't want to reveal anyway.
I mean, there's a dragon.
You'd be excommunicated.
I'm already
from the Thieves Guild.
I'm probably already excommunicated. I haven't been back in years.
Yeah.
Forgot.
Noah,
Whoops.
Yes?
Noah, do you agree with me about not being able to convince them otherwise unless I happen to crit?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, they would have already started building the wall. And
Yeah.
it's literally just grabbing any lumber they can and haphazardly just making a fence that could easily be knocked over, but it would also still slow people down.
Barricade.
All right, and
Um,
did you say daylight would last longer or magic circle? 'Cause magic circle had more of an expansion it had to do.
Daylight would last longer because that's already a long.
No. Get out.
Daylight's already a long duration spell. Yes, it is diminished to 10 minutes, but the other one would take probably like it would only last like 5 minutes maybe.
Okay, it's also a long duration spell.
in my room. Go.
It's also an hour. Magic circle's also an hour.
Oh, it is? I thought it was a minute.
Yeah. No, it's an hour.
That magic circle. Oh, I was looking at something else.
Yeah.
I was looking at the casting time, not the duration. Then yeah, magic
Oh.
circle would last longer.
Okay, it would.
It would take an hour because with that one. Wait, no.
They
Yeah.
both would be using the crystal's power.
Yeah, magical circle would be using the crystal's power. Daylight would be giving power to the crystal.
Oh,
And
it
since-
would. Okay.
Yeah,
The
since
magic
day-
circle would last an hour.
And since daylight uses your own magic power to try and make the crystal stronger,
Right.
it
Okay.
wouldn't be as effective because
Okay.
easily compared to what crystal holds.
Okay. Well, is it possible to prepare both rituals?
No.
Okay.
I
And
would
so
also like to remind you that magic circle has a cost of 100 gold.
Oh, I did not see that. I don't have that. Doesn't cover like.
I think
That's
it said
not covered.
holy water though. Is that correct? The material cost.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure I have holy water.
If not, you're at a church.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard
Yeah.
to
Exactly.
find.
Yeah, I'm going to say there is holy water that if you can succeed in persuasion, they would be willing to give up.
Okay.
It won't be a hard persuasion roll.
And how long would that one last? Sorry.
That would magic circle an hour, daylight 10 minutes.
Okay, and it says I can choose a type of creature. Would that include corrupt creatures?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just imagine corrupt as its own creature type.
Yeah, okay, got it. So I will prepare that spell, and then when I'm making my way over there, I will try to persuade them to let me use some holy water.
Go ahead and roll persuasion.
Do I have advantage? Because this is like a dire situation.
As I said, it won't be a hard roll.
Where is... Oh, there it is.
So yeah, you
Spot
easily
crit fail.
you easily persuade them to let you use it should the need arise.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna get set up.
So it takes
And
I'm trying to
Unless-
wrap up. This will only
yeah, unless you need something from me, I'm just gonna go now because they're not respecting my privacy anymore and just barging into the room.
Okay,
Oh.
go ahead.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'll update your experience when I've calculated it.
Hey, thank you. That was appreciated. Bye.
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 Have a good night.
Thank you, you too.
Thanks.
Didn't mean to run it this long, but at one moment I looked and it was like 7:59. The next moment I looked, it's 8:40.
Oh my gosh.
This has been a really good camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah. I just want to specify, I actually tied this in to something you guys could have ran into instead. And there were multiple stories that were related to this, so I did have plans. It's just the party decided to do something that wasn't technically directly involved.
It's a job, man.
Okay,
Avoiding your
so-
plot hooks.
So, it takes about an hour for the village to set up a very, very basic wall around the village. But, like, it would only slow down anything that tries to get through, not stop them.
Mhm.
And at that point, they kind of run out of materials. And they go ahead and send any non-combatant to the church. You've been ready to cast the spell for a while.
Mhm. I'm just looking out, watching.
And Carton, was there anything you wanted to do in that time? Or would you have just helped them build the wall?
Well, I guess he would probably go around making sure everybody that can't help is safe, and everybody can fit in the tower, and then he would go help with building
Okay.
the barricade.
So yeah, you help with the building.
Longingly looking at that wine shop or whatever it was.
It was a brewery.
Yeah.
In case you didn't know, villages near rivers tend to have more breweries than villages not near rivers.
Didn't know that. That's very interesting.
It's not as big, but water is still in the process. And there's a great many things water is used in medieval times. Other than just, survival.
Yeah.
Anyways, so Lena, I'm guessing you have you're at the top with the crystal preparing the spell while also keeping an eye out.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll perception.
Okay.
And if Carton joins you, him too.
No. Yes. Can he help me instead? Yes. Okay. Thank you, Carton.
So, you both don't see anything entering the light. And Carton, kind of off in the distance, sees the outline of something in the darkness, but it seems kind of far off and barely noticeable at all. And you can't really make out an outline, but it quickly vanishes after a loud roar.
He's going to go to Lena, not yell or anything, but kind of warn her, give her a warning that he saw something.
Should I do it now then? Do we know if they're charging, or should I wait till they start to cross the line then do it?
I'd wait till we can see them.
Okay, keep your eyes
Seems
peeled
quite
then.
far off. You mean I? And then he leaves.
And with that, another hour passes of people just nerve-wracked and cautious and
Oh,
scared.
and by the way, Lena is very much praying to Goddess there during all of this.
I mean, since you're a cleric, all of your spells are basically praying.
Yes, but she's not doing a spell yet. She's just praying.
Well, I just imagine this whole time you're basically preparing the spell and just over and over again.
Yes. She might be down to the people downstairs, just pray to goddess Lyra. Just keep your hopes high. We got this. This is fine. We got this. It's fine.
You guys also noticed that the roaring stopped after that last roar, the hour before.
This is concerning.
Do you keep waiting or do something?
I've got a feeling you want us to keep waiting.
I don't know what to do. Let's just go run into the darkness and see what was going on. I mean, we've got nothing to do but wait.
Does
Right?
Carton agree, or?
I mean, what could we do?
Yeah.
That's up to you guys. I'm just saying the situation and everything. I won't make decisions for you. The main reason I said so much about magic earlier is because I hadn't properly explained that to you guys, that you can do stuff like that. And I just want to point out, the small light crystals, you wouldn't be able to do anything as large power as you currently are.
So I guess we're just gonna keep waiting.
Okay. So another hour passes, and people are starting to kind of calm down. The crystal has kind of become a dark blue light, which represents night.
Okay, she scared me for a second there. I'm like, what?
And a lot of the children are even falling asleep, as this is normally their bedtime, and they don't seem quite as panicked now as they were when the roaring was happening.
Well, Carton is now very panicked.
Carton, Leona's gonna turn to Carton. It would use some of my magic, but I could channel for a minute daylight into the crystal. It would expand the light. It could give us a chance to see what's out there. I still have the ritual prepared here for Magic Circle, so I could do that if something comes to attack. But
if you use another spell, I would say that gets rid of your preparation for the first one.
Kidding me? I would have to prepare the ritual again then for Magic Circle, but this would not drain the crystal, and it would give us a chance to see what is out there.
I mean, it's all yours.
I'm asking for your opinion, though.
I just know that lowering our guard is never a good idea.
All right, well...
I mean, after all, even the top houses of Menzo Berenson fell. And that's because they let their winning get to them.
She's gonna look down to, like, the guards. I'm going to try, something. By the way, if I use, because I have light versus daylight, and light's just a cantrip, would that make any difference doing that through the crystal instead? It doesn't have as wide of a range.
It would make the immediate area around the crystal brighter, but it wouldn't. Okay. Wouldn't make a dent on the large scale.
Got it. Okay. So she's warning the guards so they don't freak out when she suddenly does something. And then she's gonna cast daylight on the crystal.
Okay. As a ritual, I'm guessing. Or can it not?
I was thinking I would just do it normal. But yeah, I'll do it as a ritual.
Well, I'm asking, is it a ritual spell? I don't actually know.
No, but any of my spells can be ritual spells.
It can?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes, that was the thing. Ritual casting. You can cast a cleric spell as a ritual if that spell has the ritual tag. And
Does
you want
the spell have a ritual tag is what I'm asking.
Oh, never mind. Okay. Then I just cast it normal then. What is a ritual tag then? As instead of the evocation, it says ritual?
No. Usually, I don't know if the descriptions you've pulled over would say it. But if you actually Google the spell, the Magic Circle. I assumed those spells would be able to be ritual cast, but I don't actually know that, so give me a second.
Yeah.
Magic Circle is not actually a ritual spell.
It's a abrogation. I
That's
thought
a completely
again.
different thing.
Yeah, again, I thought it was I thought before because I could cast anything as a ritual.
I'm saying that's not where the tag would be. That's the school of magic it belongs to.
Okay, yeah. But you're saying it's not a ritual, and I'm like, yeah, because I thought I could do it as a ritual.
Yeah, neither spell is a ritual spell.
Okay.
So
Then never mind the whole preparing a ritual thing.
Well, the casting time is still a minute, so I'd say it'd be the same as being ready to cast it at any point in time.
Oh, okay.
As for daylight, that's just an action. So
yeah.
Yeah, if you go ahead and cast that, or you do that, right?
Yeah. So I guess that means I won't have another spell slot, right? Because I can't.
Not of that level, yeah.
Wait, should I? Ah! I don't know, Damien. Is it a good idea to still do it if that's like it? I won't be able to do Magic Circle. Damien?
So none of the spells we thought that were going to work are not ritual spells.
Yeah, they're not ritual spells.
Meaning she only has enough spell slots to use them once.
Oh no!
Yeah. And I only have one spell slot left. So if I do daylight, that's it. I can't do Magic Circle to protect.
Yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea. Then.
So you just wait.
I guess we have nothing. We have to just wait. So never mind what I never said anything to the guards then.
Okay.
Well, I say like keep your eyes peeled. We don't know if it's still safe.
Another hour passes. Both of you roll Constitution saving throws.
Oh gosh.
What?
Constitution saving.
Why?
You guys both start to feel a little tired, but you're fine. You keep waiting?
You should do watch.
What?
Pardon?
You should do watch.
That's not a bad idea. Yes, we should let the guards know too that we should implement a watch. So we'll take turns then, and so she's gonna go down. She's gonna chat down to the guards. We don't know how long this will take. Take watch if you need to. Take a rest. Have others stand guard. You know. And then I guess, do you want to sleep first, or I will?
He can do a 4-hour meditation, and that would be called that would be a long rest. So.
Okay, so if you want to go first.
Okay.
I don't even know why I asked. I forgot you were a drow, so you wouldn't have any chances of falling asleep. Because elves don't sleep. They meditate.
I can sleep. Yeah, I can sleep. It's just elves don't do that. They don't have to sleep.
Yeah, which means you wouldn't.
Or would it be a better idea if we just made our way to the gates and try to do a light spell to see what's in the darkness or something? Would that just be better, or?
So I want to remind you, the light that like the large crystals that villages and cities use have a much larger range than the city or village actually is. So
yeah,
the wall they built around it is nowhere close to where the light actually reaches. So you'd have to go to the very edge.
That's what I was saying, that we go not to the, like if we get close to the edge to look out to see if there's anything.
You said gate, so I thought.
Sorry, yeah, I meant, yeah. Should we try doing that instead, Damien?
I'm thinking like, cause it's the magic that we need. So we need Lena to rest. That's the biggest issue. So maybe we should have Lena rest first, because Carton only needs 4 hours.
Okay.
Meditation.
All right. I guess we'll just have to keep waiting. I feel bad. Like if this nothing happens and we just set this like village on red alert, something Noah would do.
So is Lena taking a long rest?
Not a long rest, a short rest, because
A short rest, I
Can't
don't
get spell
believe,
slots?
brings spells back. I think
I
only
don't
long
need
rests do.
spells back. I need to not be so tired.
Ah,
Right? I mean, wait, how long is a long rest again?
8 hours.
8 hours. 8 hours of not being woken up.
No, you can be awake for like 2 hours of that.
Okay. I don't know how to do this. Oh my gosh. A short rest is 4 hours, right?
Short rest, I think, is much shorter than that.
But it doesn't. Oh, right. We talked about this before. Short rest doesn't like end the fatigue.
Yeah, no, it's an hour long. It's basically the same as just like sitting around a campfire or something.
Right. Okay. Do we want to have Lena then start to lay down for a long rest, and we'll just do shifts?
I mean, that seems like the best option.
Okay, and maybe we'll even have like one of the guards come up there and help with the shift.
Yeah.
We would have Jinko, but Jinko's gone. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do.
So say that again.
So we're doing a long rest. Carton would have first shift. How many shifts do we need?
So with 8 hours, you can be awake for 2 of those hours. And since Carton's a drow, he only needs 4 hours. So he can essentially take 4 hours of shift.
Okay, and then I'll take the last, and then I'll take 2 after that, and then we'll maybe have a guard who rests take 2 or something. I don't know.
So you're saying you do
Jinko.
2 hours of watching, then Carton.
Carton's going first.
Oh, Carton for 4 hours. Well, I meant watch. Are you doing 2 hours
Yes.
of watch?
Yes.
And then a guard for 2 hours, and then Carton for 4 hours?
Oh wait, you say like that. I guess, yeah. Either that or if we could use Jinko.
Knowing his character, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to sleep, but I also wouldn't be surprised if he stayed awake, so I have no clue. I'm just gonna say bubble.
Okay, so we're gonna use a guard then.
Okay. So go ahead and roll perception for your
Am
watch.
I going for? Okay, I'm not going first though, so that would be Carton.
Oh, so it's Carton for 4 hours, then you, then the guard?
Yes, then the guard. Yeah.
Okay, so Carton roll perception twice.
Perception. Nice. Not nice.
So you don't see anything, you don't see movement, you don't hear any roaring for either of your shifts. They seem to go just fine.
Okay, Lena's shift.
By the time Lena's shift comes around, everybody's already sleeping except some of the guards and a few more nervous folk.
The guards are doing like I said, like they're shifting too. Like
They're doing their own shift as well, but they
Okay.
do have one prepared to keep watch at the top of the tower.
Okay, making sure that they're doing their own shift. All right, there's my 25. I should see y'all now.
You see nothing of interest happening. All is quiet.
Okay.
And let me do a roll for the guard for his shift. The guard reports back to you after his shift is over that nothing seemed to have happened in the time.
And I now have a full long shift, so I have all my spells back.
And
Okay.
so does Carton have all his health back.
Oh, good.
In that case, I'm like, okay, I think we're fine now. We might be out. It's been like 10 hours total, right?
Since you
Or like
got to
11.
the village,
Yeah.
it's been 11 hours.
11 hours. So she's just gonna, as
Uh,
a safety
And
thing,
by the way,
I'm
at
going.
this point, the crystal's starting to get brighter, representing sunrise.
Okay. I am since I have my spell slots back, I'm going to go ahead and cast this daylight. I'm letting the guards know, of course, I am going to expand the light to double check that there's nothing there, and then go from there. So I'm casting daylight.
The crystal glows very brightly as the radius expands, and it even makes it past the bridge and somewhat into the forest. And roll perception.
And I would like to describe Lena's like touching the crystal, and I would say her eyes are like changed to a bright gold, like Damien might have seen before, or Carton seen before. And perception.
You don't see anything other than a few corrupt creatures retreat, but nothing out of the ordinary along the edge of the forest.
Okay, and she's gonna let it. What?
I think we're going to have to go into the spooky woods, as one would say.
I think for now we are fine. I think we could not lower our guard completely, but be less on red alert. I think the village life can go back to normal. We should. Can they?
Sorry, before we continue, could I have a perception from Carton as well?
Yeah, sure. Dude, it's pretty high though.
Yeah, Carton doesn't see anything.
Bright light. Look at the shiny light, Carton. Look at it.
There's so much light in his eyes that his eyes adapted for darkness, just kind of like make him want to go
He's
back
blinded.
and hiss.
He wants to go back to the Underdark, and he's never wanted to do that.
She's talking to the guards now, and she's like, she's talking to the one guard to go relate to the others that I believe we can get off of red alert. We still need to be wary, but everyone can relax. I think whatever it was is gone now. Just wondering, does the villages like send messages to each other other than human walking? Like, can they send it through bird or something?
The light keepers usually do have a bird. Sorry, a pigeon with a crystal attached to one leg and a message attached to the other.
Mm-hmm. We should send word to the City of Light.
However, the bird has already been sent out. They sent it out as soon as they heard the roaring.
Oh, okay.
And it hasn't returned.
Oh, gosh, darn it. Goodbye, bird.
Might I remind you that if it went to the City of Light, that's a straight shot this direction, whereas the roaring was coming from this direction.
Okay, so it should have been able to get there. Our hope is that the City of Light sends some light keepers to investigate the problem. More light keepers to investigate the problem. And for now, we should be weary, but we can rest for a bit.
I mean, we did just take a long rest, but
yes, I mean, like, just everyone can go back. They can go back around about their life, but just be. Don't leave the village. Just stay prepared. Type of thing.
I would like you to do a performance roll.
Okay.
And if Carton would like to help, he can, or if Carton would like to do his own.
Please help. Wait. What's your performance?
My performance is 2.
Mine's a 1. Could he do it for me instead, or would I have to do it?
I'd say you have to do it because you're the one that started talking.
Do you want to help me?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
My God!
Why? Why is the luck running out now? I mean, at least it was helping us later, but it...
Can I push her aside? And I go, I'd say stay alert, but for now, I wouldn't. I wouldn't.
You can do your
stop farm.
you can do your own performance roll as well, but it won't have the same effect.
Dang it! Like drow stuff.
I'm helping him in this situation.
Well,
I don't
yeah,
know if
you
you
guys
are.
are kind of going back and forth helping each other.
So let us take the 15.
The 8 and
Except
the
it
15.
the roll for Lena has already been made, and that's for Lena. The roll for Carton is for him. And I will explain that. Although first, I would like to point out that that's actually a 14 because you rolled perception, not performance.
Oh, whoops.
The for the most part, everyone seems to kind of understand that things like this happen, but there's like one or two villagers that seem to think that the panic was only increased because of Lena.
They're going to cut her head off now.
I want to specify these performance rolls were more how this affects your
Yeah.
reputation.
I had a feeling, yeah.
And but however,
I don't.
Carton.
What reputation?
Carton actually does a good follow up and calms them down, and people are starting to kind of feel that Carton isn't as bad as they originally thought,
Aww.
and they see him in a new light.
I mean, I
I
was
will
the
say
one that
something that
said,
like Lena
"Let's
has
put
probably said. Lena has probably said something around the lines of "Thank the Goddess Slayer that we are safe and things worked out okay," and of course,
So basically, imagine that as Lena minus a little reputation, Carton plus a decent amount.
Yay!
I mean, I'd hope so. His first suggestion was getting people to safety.
Yeah, and he was working to keep everyone safe. So,
But whatever. He's a drow, so obviously he's just doing it so they're not safe. But
As I said,
not
though, you
salty.
put up
I'm
a good
kidding.
performance. You calmed people down, and you seem to actually be doing the right thing, so they see you in a better light.
Cool. I'm
But,
going to murder the high priest. I'm kidding.
I find it funny that you guys
It's been a
keep.
coup.
I find it funny that you guys keep talking over me going "but after saying seeing him in a new light. So you guys don't even hear how
Oh my
terrible of a
gosh.
pun I'm making.
Fine.
So we're going to end the session there.
yay!
I hope you guys enjoyed. I pulled out all the stops. The game fuel definitely helped me think for that.
Yeah, this was great.
Yeah, this was super fun. I can't wait for next session. And I promise that at least I'll try to get to that dragon, but I was thinking we should probably wait for everybody else to be here.
I want to remind you that all the roars you were hearing sounded like more like it was in pain than angry.
Okay,
no.
well,
Please don't
Yeah,
tell me
well-
we just left a like not totally corrupt dragon that is now corrupt if we didn't rescue it. That'll be great.
well, a dragon is a dragon is a dragon, so to be fair, we only...
A dragon of the size of the outline that Carton saw would have been much stronger than the entire party put together.
Oh yeah.
So I'm just saying, don't feel bad no matter what happened, because you wouldn't have been able to do anything good.
Good, thank you. That's just what I needed to hear. We
I
couldn't
figured
miss an
that
opportunity
since-
to get a new baby dragon. Darn it!
That was not a baby dragon, but
It's a baby dragon.
Big dragon.
big dragon. But I mean, I figured that because I did ask at the beginning of this campaign if animals would be able to be fixed or cured from the darkness, and you said no.
At the point that they're corrupt, they're they're kind of at a half state between undead and not, but they're closer to undead
Yeah.
and cannot be taken back from it. Even I might make an exception if you're like using a spell that actually brings things back from the dead, but
Yeah.
as far as I'm aware, none of you like that's a later game spell, even for a cleric. Like if you can make a case for it, I can listen, but for the most part, yeah, no, things cannot be. There's no known cases of something coming back from being corrupt. And one thing I want to point out that I realize I forgot to mention, dragons do not get corrupted often. Most magical creatures are fairly resistant to the darkness. And
Aw.
it's very rarely that something like a dragon is actually corrupted.
We are definitely going to find that dragon, even if it is a carcass, right?
I'm guessing you were asking Rena that? Or were you asking me?
Yes.
You're asking me?
No.
I
I'm
don't know.
asking
This
Rena.
party avoids all plot hooks like the plague.
Mhm.
I'm asking Rena.
Oh.
Wait, what? Yeah, we're gonna go with the dragon. The dragon is mine. We're naming him Dragony, like Coiny. I'd like to
No,
add in
'cause
that
you-
Lena's now petting Coiny
if-
as support. Or doggo.
I'm sorry, we don't know the gender of this dragon, but if it is a dragon and it's an adult dragon by the sounds of it, own name, because dragons are supposed to be intelligent creatures, and oftentimes they are.
One thing I want to point out earlier, Rena said, "Watch it be that the village is not actually in trouble, and we're just
Yeah.
wasting our time."
And
That's
it's something that
definitely
you would do.
something Noah would do.
Yeah, that's what you did.
The plan the whole time was that they weren't going to attack. Something else was going on, and that's all I'm gonna say.
Of course it was.
no.
What?
But it's not. But we made the right
That's
decision
the
of not
s-
turning around and going and like trying to deal with it, right?
Turning around and trying to deal with it would have made things worse. That's all I'll
Okay.
say.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know. That we did the right thing.
Because whether it had anything to do with that fight or not, you were still being chased by skeletons and potentially
Yes.
shadows.
Yeah.
I mean, we did get a long rest, and we can go back to see what went on. But I feel like this should be with the party, the entire party, and stuff, because this seems like a pretty big plot hook. Once again, we are only 2 people.
And
Even if Jinko was here for.
one thing I want to specify, like I know I mentioned it was unusual what the skeletons were doing, but sometimes there's a disconnect between what I think of the dark, like of things that I've created, and how the players think of things that I've created. As far as everyone is aware, there is no mind behind the darkness. It's almost an instinctual. It just wants to kill everything, and anything controlled by the darkness also gets that instinctual. They want to kill everything. So
Yes.
this
but-
organized action is very unusual.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was just about to say, but somebody might be able to harness the darkness or somehow control it. I mean, it's not like I'm from a past of that at all, Noah.
uh,
Alright.
I'm going to
probably
go.
end-
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
going to
end
go
stream.
ahead and end the stream.
My phone died.
Thanks for anyone watching. I had a lot of fun, and I'm glad Mooncloud got to drop
Yes.
in. The fact that he has kids probably leads me to believe either he was distracted or something at one point, or he was just lurking. I don't know. But anyways, gonna end it here. So, goodbye.